All right, let's try this again. Hopefully, my recording doesn't crash on me like last time.
Oh no.
I've upped my fan speed, so maybe it was a temperature issue. Um, Hopefully, the new OS helps. We'll see. That's all I can do, honestly.
Sure enough. Did your recording have the weird artifacting?
Yeah.
Huh. Odd. Okay, so rummaging through rings.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Unless is Matt ready?
Yeah, it's best we can at least. Mm-hmm. I'm trying.
Trying.
Yeah. Definitely not Brian. But I am
Oh,
trying. Alright, we got T. Level 1, and we got upgraded to level 2 with this stirry stick I got.
milk.
Oh, nope, not milk. Tea.
Milk tea.
Nope, it's got honey in it, so no milk.
Hun tea.
Yep, that's the one. Mm. Oh yeah, spinny, 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 spinny. There we go. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Map to the spider forest. Alright, go for it.
Yeah, you know let me.
I mean,
Let me.
why not?
Nice. So, what was I missing here though? Maybe I just need to do it here too.
The world may never know.
I'm just updating my. There we go. All right. Okay. So it's a /R 1D100. Allie was joking, so I was just a little concerned there
Oh,
for a moment.
yeah, that's not good.
She seems to be doing fine, just coughing.
Okay.
So that is -8 on that.
What's my 8 for you?
Yeah, 5, and then I have a 3 from influence select, I think.
Oh, so
So
35.
35's not bad. Good for random loot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Question, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Tumbleweeds. If I use a tumbleweed on with hard luck, does that reduce it by a 1 in this case, or
Reduce what by 1?
The luck.
yeah? If I use a tumbleweed with
Tumbleweeds can't be used on luck tests.
oh, because in hard luck it says fake currency, so I figured it would be included.
Well, let's find out. Not in there. Yes, of course. It's the last place I look. Oh, it must be a negative quality then.
Hard luck is a positive, mysterious quality.
That was the first place I looked.
I'm going to tell you that.
I looked right past it. Choice. Yeah, you can use a tumbleweed for that then. Yeah.
All right. I'd like to use. I mean, 35 is pretty good. I could make it 30. I could also just re-roll the fate point.
I think we should save it for something closer to a 1.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fun too. So yeah, we'll keep that. 35.
So 35. Yeah, you can find a little map to the spider forest.
Yippee. Then I will do a roll for body refinement manual / materials.
Oh, how much wealth factor was that?
Oh, yeah.
None.
Oh, okay. Ooh, and that's -5, you said? So 21?
21. Let's add a narrative, a destiny fragment on top of yours. And let's make it
Peak narrative.
peak narrative. Let's spend 5. Let's spend 6. I could make it a 10 because I have currently 10 tumbleweeds. And make it an 11.
It'll be 11. And this is for the body refinement stuff. So the lower the better, probably.
Yeah. It's only medium grade at the end of the day. And I could lose out on getting something better.
This is true.
Let's make it. So how about this? Let's make it a 20. I'll spend.
Okay. 1 tumbleweed.
Oh no, let's make it a 19. So I'm going to spend 2 tumbleweeds of my temps.
Okay.
So
And
that'll make it within the 10 to or 11 to 19 bracket.
Okay.
With 1 DF.
Do.
It's going to be 6.
So 11 to 19 with a peak narrative.
Rolling on 1d10 to see if I get it back.
Ooh. Don't you have to roll a d10 as well for the
Tumbleweeds? No.
tumbleweeds?
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yes, I do. I have tumbleweed order. No.
Yeah. All right, you spent 5 narrative points.
On a 19.
What do they do?
Excellent question. Yeah, I guess
Good quality
luckier.
increase.
Quality increase.
Well, that's to say you found it at all. Spending the narrative points doesn't mean you find, and it doesn't increase how good you found something. You could not have found it at all, because you may not have rolled within the luck bracket.
Okay.
Well, increase the luck bracket by 1 then?
No.
For peak narrative? No? Okay.
No.
What? What?
Can you also tell us how far we are away from the bracket?
It is a very rare thing for body refinement.
Okay.
Most groups would, or even individuals would, spare no expense to get it off your hands, alive or dead.
Mm-hmm.
Most groups, as part of their cultivation sect, they have that as a foundational piece for their core disciples. They don't even teach it to their outer disciples.
So they wouldn't be carrying it around probably on Bullet Hell Mountain.
Very much so.
And if it is not in the luck bracket for the materials or manuals, maybe a referral coupon or ticket to the person who does body refinement in checkpoint 2.
We could also just reroll.
Are we talking refinement or reinforcement?
It was refinement that, or was it reinforcement that my master wanted me to do?
Reinforcement is what your master wanted you to do. Refinement is it's a special series of techniques to get your vessel removed of impurities.
Oh.
It's to enhance your current vessel, and it's almost like a side cultivation track that you have to manage. Most don't start on it until they've become a mountain climber.
Okay. Then I think I meant reinforcement, not refinement.
Reinforcement, sure. That's way easier to get your hands on.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to go for. Was the thing that my master was trying to get me to do before learning more stuff.
We will need to start when using narrative points, describing
what we're doing.
How does that narrative come to pass? Not just I'm using narrative points to increase it. It's more of a I'm going to use a systematic kind of search process, and through this process, I noticed a couple things stand out among the items I was looking through in the multiple wealth factor I was looking through, so I can organize it, figure out what I have, what I don't have, and because of this process, I came across some lucky finds, that type of thing.
Okay.
Let's make it more story engaging rather than just describe an effect. Let's describe the process too.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess
let's try for an artificer manual now.
Artificer manual? Cool. I'll roll a D100. Ooh.
Nice.
For the 19.
Oh, for the 19. Sorry.
There is a school plaque. So basically, while this plaque is being held, this person is still considered a student. If they're brought back and confirmed deceased, their spot in the school will open up, and usually the person who returns it can take that spot, as long as they're willing to pay tuition, which can be pretty pricey. This is one of the best schools for reinforcement and basic cultivation martial training in Checkpoint 2. So.
Plaque. Cool.
So, let's spend another Destiny fragment.
Because we're down to a... Well, you could get this to a 1, because it's currently a 6 with just...
Oh, I could, yeah.
With Artificer manuals looking for...
And this is something we both want, so it's definitely something that should be invested highly into. But the question is, how would you like to narratively describe finding this? Because let's spend the 6, let's spend the 5 tumbleweeds.
Okay.
1 DF.
One of the rings is specifically from an artificer who was going and trying to find materials on Bullet Hell Mountain. So not only are there manuals, there's personal notes and such in this ring, along with a bunch of materials that he's trying to collect for a specific project that he's also got in there that's being described in notes and such. Schematics.
It's a nat 1, by the way, Matt, on the or maybe not a nat 1, but it's a 1 for the,
it is a 1.
The luck.
Yeah, it's a 1.
It is a nat double 1. See, look, 1-1.
So I'm gonna roll /R 1d10 for the Destiny fragment. Did not get that back. Reduced by 1.
Unfortunately, Not so easy. Comes in an artifice lockbox with dizzying complexity, rough simplicity and sturdiness.
Okay.
And it clicks and whirs randomly.
Well, that in and of itself is quite helpful for learning artifice if we can get it open.
It also has a gem on the top, because it doesn't have a handle. It does have a lid, but it has this beautiful gem on the top. It's prism-like, laid sideways to go with the length of the box. It's about 6 inches by 2 inches, so it's very long than it is thick. Lights like fireflies sometimes flitter through it. It gives you an uneasy feeling.
Box.
Roll demolitions.
Hold on. Can I roll cultivator demolitions?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Roll demolitions. Uh,
That probably holds a reservoir of some sort of either critter or chemical.
okay.
That'll destroy the
The
contents within.
Okay.
If it's cracked, it'll destroy the contents within and everything around it.
Right on.
So, this has a very severe no tamper device.
Okay. We'll go ahead and examine it further once when we finish. I guess there's checkpoint 1 lore, zone 1 lore, and info on spirit beasts that we're looking for.
Fortunately, it's not a cruel device.
Oh, it's just a matter of if you try to open it without solving its puzzle, it'll.
Not necessarily. If you don't open it the proper manner, whether it's through puzzle, through the key system, through a combination lock, if you try and force it open or get inside without the proper procedure, it only destroys the contents within. It doesn't kill the attempted, infiltrator.
Gotcha.
So it's not cruel in the manner of it also kills you with it. It just destroys the contents, which is actually pretty rare on the path.
People like killing.
People like to make you pay for it, for touching their shit.
Sure enough.
Okay. What is the wealth factor for this?
That is a 1 wealth factor.
Okay.
So some pretty good stuff you found there. Usually ones will subtract from your wealth factor unless it's like
Of course.
massive wealth factor.
Yeah.
The rest of it. Okay. We also want
Yeah.
info on spirit beasts and just general lore, I guess.
Okay.
So, Matt, I'm going to do a little fun thing where I'm looking for a lore sheet.
A lore sheet.
I figured there might be some interesting things from Bullet Hell Mountain that someone would
If
come.
Poe was here, he'd tell you Lorekeeper's got it.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lorekeeper's got it, and they're willing to exchange secrets for it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he just got 10 from the thing earlier, so maybe that would work out.
But what we can do is you can either search for a lore sheet, which is something you can do, or secrets to trade to Lorekeeper for the lore sheet.
Yeah, secrets would be cool. Secrets would be one. The other thing I'm going to look for is a physician's manual or set.
That's also going to be tough.
Yeah. as
You guys
expected.
want all the good stuff.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Mind you, each one of these luck tests takes a whole DTS because it's a lot of stuff to root through.
Oh,
You
that's
have
fine.
many spatial rings.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yep. Figured it would take time.
It also
We
goes
could just
faster.
query
with,
the pile of spatial rings. Be like, give us this, and then it pops out.
that'd be. You'd have to set up some sort of system for that.
And it would have to be a ring that is compatible with doing that.
Or some sort of artifice that you just plug the rings in
And it
and
catalogs everything.
you query the device, or it does catalog everything. Yeah, the artifice can do all that crazy stuff, which is kind of cool. So yeah,
Whatever's in this box. We'll look at it after we finish looking through the rings to figure out some stuff.
the box is not 6x2. The
Oh, the prism is 6x2?
the prism is 6x2. The box is 2 feet by 1 foot by 1 foot.
Oh, so there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there might be like a cool scroll in here. Never mind, it's way bigger.
It's way better. It's the prisms that's 6 inches by 2 inches.
I'm gonna roll 3d100 for Mighty Neat. They're all passes.
Wow. Right in that 50s.
Lar loses interest and walks away while I'm
I got-
still digging through stuff. It's like, okay.
I gotta go pray to fate bonds. Sorry, guys.
Thanks, buddy. You got this, fam.
Okay. So I will search for the. Let's do secrets next, I suppose. They're always fun. Let's find some secrets within for a downtime scene.
Do we want like a specific direction for these secrets?
Uh,
What kind of secrets? The secret kind?
well, with a 10, and I'm going to use Destiny Fragments. And I'm going to use a Tumbleweed to make that a 9. So, the Destiny Fragment, as we're trying to find some things, there's actually something that doesn't exist to normal senses. And I only pick it up because of my prism eyes. And it's kind of, it's like tucked in between, and I put my hands through, and I'm able to grab this piece of paper. And as I pull it out, it doesn't have anything on it.
A blank piece of paper. Gasp.
Blank piece of paper.
Well, you found some toilet paper.
A tin toilet paper. It's very nice. It's like 30 ply, but it's the thickness of like 1 ply. The perfect piece of toilet paper.
In fact,
And then I put it up against the sky and look out through this into the sun, and then I notice the wording, or at least the prisms that pop out.
of course, the prisms. Who knew?
It's like, Lyron, do you notice this at all? Can you see this?
I can't see anything, but thanks for asking.
All right, can you feel this with your vibrations?
I'll do a 6th sense check on this undescribed piece of paper so far. Or an 8th sense check, I guess.
It's probably got a secret or two. Unfortunately, you can't see it.
This is true. I cannot see.
All right, another downtime scene.
Okay, let's see if anybody has like a catalog of spirit beasts or just like general lore about them that maybe somebody had been ooh, that's not great.
That's all right. We'll use a fate point on you.
Okay. That's a lot better.
That's a lot better. That's a 5 minus 12 for an 8. Or no, sorry, a 7.
secret piece
Good,
of paper.
just Nate.
Is it
So
just
we're
an
going to
8?
use a Destiny fragment on you, and I'll let you describe.
Okay. A peak narrative?
Or
It's a
divide it
Destiny
up.
fragment. Yeah.
Or divide it up. Yeah. Well, we will go with a peak narrative, and we will say that somebody was actually searching for very specifically a beast that was to reinforce their body and mind. Maybe not for a similar reason as myself, but somebody was cataloging beasts that may potentially serve the purpose that I am looking for the core. So something that would increase my intelligence greatly, and increase my toughness or body's
Body.
resilience greatly.
You'll find a little book.
It's an addendum to the basically the equivalent of a monster manual. The Flora and Fauna of the Path. The Flora and the Fauna of the Path doesn't. It's not a true one. The book that you have, it only talks about the most commonly known creatures and the uncommon creatures. It's the rare stuff and all the way to obscure and unheard of, or even legend. That stuff is in specialized books. Addendums are little treatises about a very select pieces of information of certain creatures or flora from explorers. In fact, you can make a crap ton of money off of these little books about very, very specific stuff. You'll need to have it be supremely detailed about that specific stuff, but even if it's just, I went into this stage of this very remote region, and all I did was draw what I saw, wrote what I thought, and then came back alive. Like, those are some of the most valuable stuff. This one talks about a very strange region in the Zone 1.
Okay.
Forest on the way to Zone 2, or checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2. There's a path that you can walk instead of fly. There's an obscure part of the forest that does not make any sense. It's like its own private world. Individual kind of traces a path to go find it. Because there was this legendary rumor about a veil. I think it's Fael, like a valley veil. Like it's a type of geographical name.
Oh, okay.
The Vale, that's the one. It's called Titan's Vale. Or Titan Valley. It's filled with monsters that are well beyond the scope of Zone 1. They only live there because they can't really leave it, but it's its own microcosm. Like it's
bigger than the forest it resides in, despite
it should be smaller.
Oh, it's almost like a mystic realm.
Yeah, it's more like a mystic realm. Yeah.
Yeah.
The creatures there are stuff you would and should find in the deep forest or in much higher zones, not just checkpoints. But the restrictions there are uplifted, so you wouldn't suffer Zone 1 restrictions.
Gotcha.
Now this is supposition. He does say that within the first couple kilometers of Titan Vale, the Zone 1 restrictions still hold firm, and you have to go far enough in for the restrictions to fall off. And there are some creatures who do poach and hunt near the door. They're not restricted. This guy
so
made
you're saying
a...
we need to actually get farther in, otherwise they're going to have their full.
They're gonna have an
stats
advantage.
versus us. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Not that they wouldn't have an advantage further in anyway, but
I mean, if you were a Zone 4 cultivator and you're like, get this Zone 1, 2, and 3 restrictions off of me, you would
Sure
need
enough.
to go pretty deep. But it's kind of weird. It's like it's like an amber effect. You're trying to crawl your way out of the restricted amber, and the more restrictions placed on you, the farther you have to go into the mystic realm before all of the restrictions fall off. Then you can go back to the door. As long as you don't cross it, your restrictions are off.
Gotcha.
So if you're from Zone 4, or have Zone 4 powers, you'd have to go like 4 stages in, which is suicide, with all those restrictions. But if you're able to get the restrictions off of you, you can free roam.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's better for us early on, and instead of if we were, a later cultivation stage.
It's really not.
No, it's
The
spooky.
creatures there are the guy doesn't even know how to rate them.
Gotcha.
He's seen some in fairy tales and books that are literally considered fiction. And there are some creatures there that look like these fictional beasts. Because on the path, there are cultivator wuxia novels that people love to read. And there are some creatures that the main character runs into that has to. They don't beat it; they flee from it. Well, unfortunately, they may be real.
Gotcha. Cool.
He got very, very wealthy, not just off this book, because he kept the printing slow. So he put a number on this. This is 8 out of 10 that he personally transcribed copies of. He got very wealthy off of looting a corpse, a demon beast corpse. It looks like it died, and he only had to fight off the carrion creatures, which was a life and death experience of itself. But he was able to loot marrow and sinew and bone and viscera from the creature. The demon beast core was missing, obviously. Probably first thing that the other monster that beat it went after, but he came back and he made so much money he didn't even realize.
Okay. So maybe not helpful for a refinement right now, or for demon beast cores, but money. Cool place to go back to.
There was a mention of a creature with impossible body movement.
Okay.
It had 2 properties that kind of stands out. Oh, sorry, 3 properties. One is its impossible flexibility, because it had a rigid body. It was like a stick bug.
Okay.
It had phasing and flickering to it. Like it would phase through objects and it would flicker into different shapes. And if you've ever seen Doctor Who, it was kind of like the angels, where if you don't look at them, it moves wicked fast. If you look at it, it just freezes. It's like, I'm just a stick. And you're like, no, you're not, buddy. I'm gonna get it. You're gonna get me, aren't you? Yeah. Don't move. Don't look away. It was one of the carrion creatures. So you don't have to go after the big targets. Sometimes there's a lot of little stuff that runs around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and when it phased, it always looked like some different permutation of something, of the flora or fauna. It was never the same thing that he looked at. It was always difficult to try and find it. And he knew it disappeared when he had to look away, and it would change shape. And when he looked back, it would be so much closer, but he would have to find it again, which took a while. He somehow evaded it. He thinks. Maybe.
Turns out the guy's dead. He died of the stick bug years ago.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool idea to go to eventually.
Yeah. This would be a secret. Pretty potent series of secrets, because each of the page has a lot of very good information. So.
Poe might be interested in it as well.
Yeah. It's definitely not something you're going to be able to harvest from.
Oh, like actually go and
Yeah,
do
actually.
that.
Yeah.
But secrets are good. And knowing about it to go back eventually is also good. I think that's all we really wanted to look for at that point. Is this a wealth factor?
No.
No. Okay. So we've used one wealth factor.
I was going to look for. What was I going to look for again? I was going to look for physician manual stuff.
Doesn't Chunpo have a ton of those now?
Chungbo has poison stuff.
Hmm.
All right. So I am looking for a set of physician manuals. Let's see if I find anything. 34 is not bad, but it's not great either. I'm going to use fate points. Twin fate. No. I look, but I cannot find anything. So that's unfortunate.
Ah. It's okay. I don't think there's anything else really that I'm looking for. Actually, maybe. So like specialized cultivator tools, not like consumables, but things that help people with general cultivation. Be it like influence increasing things or maybe getting more out of the cultivating, if not making it easier. May I roll for that?
Well, why don't we write out stuff?
Oh, okay. To cultivator tools.
And Matt, we're searching together, right? So each downtime scene roll is a cumulative effect and not individual, correct?
Cumulative. If you're looking for the same thing, I mean, technically, if you're both looking, you should both be getting a roll.
Okay. All right. So the time scale is different from what I thought. I just wanted to double check on that.
Well, you guys are both spending the time.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
but it's half as much DTS so much since we're looking for separate things.
Yeah.
Should be non-consumable, not no consumable. But I guess that still works.
You don't want everything to be consumable? This whole game is consumables.
Well, consumables are fine. We've got cultivating materials that are that are consumables.
And everything's a consumable. You read a book, it burns up after you read it.
Everything. You swing a sword, it breaks. Oh wait, hold on.
No, it'd be you get it for the combat.
You get it for the well, Lar doesn't.
Well, he needs to stop breaking shit.
Well, I mean, sure. Yeah. 16 for some cultivator tools.
I'm
So
gonna
make it
need you to be
15.
more specific. What type of cultivator tools?
Yeah, do you want to do something that's based off of tribulation? Do you want to do something that's based off of your, your cultivation tier going up? Like you said earlier about getting more influence bonuses, right?
Yeah, more influence bonuses. Something that's going to help you like cultivate to the next tier.
So I'm using
Not
a 1 tumbleweed on you. You missed the important part there, Lyron. A permanent tool would have been more specific.
well, the previous thing said non-consumable.
I know, but Matt also said write it down.
I had written the previous thing. I was just being more specific last time.
It's true, you did say no consumable.
No, yeah,
We'll blame it on the wealth factor. It wasn't good enough.
yeah. Blame it on the wealth factor.
Okay.
Yeah, it 16's not good enough.
Okay.
It was actually 15. Sorry, Matt.
Yep.
Same. Already typed. It's done.
All right.
That's still helpful at the beginning of each tier when you don't have bonuses. So we'll take them. And they're not consumable if you don't use them.
True. So, do you want to keep working on this, or do you want to try something different? We've done a day so far, or at least I've done
A day? I was going to start studying the puzzle box, actually. Or we could go to the night market, but it'd be kind of cool to see what's in the puzzle box if we can figure it out. before going to the
Honestly,
night market.
I'm not ready for the night market because I mean I am ready, but I'm not ready. I just need to figure out my health issue, and going to the night market's going to help with that health issue. Um,
Sure enough.
so I'm going to spend one of my downtime actions looking through the wealth factor of uh, a health elixir map.
Okay, okay.
Write it down.
Okay, that might be give me a low grade one, eh? The Destiny fragment. Um, from me looking, I kind of put together also uh, like elixirs in general, like kind of like what they look like in the prismatic form.
That won't get you a low grade. Oh, you
That
mean
won't.
something you would drink that would give you permanent health? No.
So that's not a low grade worth. Okay, even with the Destiny fragment. All right, I will use a fate point on that. What about a so I -8 from that. That's going to give me a what? 12, I think. No,
13.
13. And then I have a Destiny fragment on it.
What
And
was it
that,
too?
I guess he was examining other elixirs to see if he
Yeah,
could
kind of
figure out what they
pinpoint.
look like in general from
Yeah,
his prism sight.
exactly.
So I think we have some elixirs, and you could use them to maybe see what other similar looking bottles with liquids look like with them
Mhm.
as prisms.
Prisms and isms?
Prisms. A touch of the prism.
Um,
So that was a Destiny fragment, 2010. Back, nice. There's also a fate point usage. Need to subtract one.
Health elixirs are pretty rare. Same with stamina elixirs.
Okay, so you're saying I was not within my my range for luck?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. So a 13. I'll use 3 tumbleweeds to make it a 10. Is it 10 within the range?
For a low grade one.
Sure.
Exlear.
So I'm going to make a copy of that with the recreation card, and then I will spend my time absorbing the elixir. How many is it? 3 downtime scenes for low grade elixir? I'm pretty sure that's what it is, right? And it's 3 days for a medium.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gives you a whopping 10 health.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
10 health's better than nothing.
Speaking of health, I'm going to pick up a negative quality and a positive quality. I'm going to pick up Health Matters again for 2 stars, and I'm going to pick up Hunger for 4 stars. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. My purchases of the day. Oh, that's not what I want to do.
Hungry.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you need to roll a willpower test if you encounter a body of some kind because you're a hunger boy.
Tasty people.
Mmm. Nom nom.
Right.
Thought it goes well with my devouring kind of thing I'm going for. So
All right. I'm going to start examining the puzzle box. We'll start with just a basic awareness test, just to take it all in.
The puzzle box, hey.
The puzzle box. B.
On each of the the corners has this beautiful little footing that kind of scales upwards on it. Looks like a bit of what would you call that? A gilded foot on each of the corners. On each of the flat facings, there's a few etchings, but not a lot of what would you call
All right.
Gilding would be something you tack on afterwards. In embossing or engraving is something you do to the already flat surface. So there's gilding on the corners, but not anywhere on the sides of the box. It's all a beautiful array of different machinery that's been engraved into the side. But despite it being engraved, it actually moves like real machinery. The lock is a very strange lock. It's a tumbler system with a directional lock. So each tumbler has to be directionally set appropriately with its own directional combination, in addition to being in the correct tumbler position. Looks like there is 6 tumblers. So not too crazy, just still difficult.
Okay. Anything about the prism?
It's a very nice sapphire blue, but occasionally you see those little fireflies moving around inside it.
Okay. So, like, does the lock rotate? Then, if each of the tumblers need to be a specific direction? Is it on, like, a gyro or something?
Oh, the lock itself.
Yeah.
I think so, but there's no room for a gyro, which is strange.
Okay. Does any of the machinery, I guess, well, I mean, I don't have engineering or anything. I've got some tech use, but that's probably not. Can I use mathematics to try to decipher some of the machinery on the sides?
Why don't you roll an observational test?
Okay. And I will be spending 24 key. Plus 30. Plus 10. Plus 10. Is that really the amount that I have a bonus to? Okay.
That's pretty
Blaze
good.
it, I guess.
Pretty good.
So that's just the observing the box. Not necessarily trying to decipher it in any way, but get as many details as possible.
You got a pretty good look at it. Pretty simple. The lock probably has a gyroscope, but there's not enough room in the machinery of the box for it. It would have to go into the box proper for that, which is kind of weird. The engravings, you feel like they're actual machinery, and the facings of the box are just stretched over the machinery somehow, maybe.
Okay.
But it doesn't. But there's a lot of twisting and turning and rotating pieces, so it should destroy the facings of the box because of all the turning. But it doesn't. And it just feels like an engraving, but it moves as such as it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that if any of the machinery stops, that's not good. So jamming it would not be ideal.
Okay.
There is also machinery on the bottom of the box, and the gilded foots on each of the corners help the box not rest completely flat on the bottom of the box. So it has this little gap. So at the bottom of the box, its machinery doesn't get flush with another flat object.
Is there machinery on the top? Because I know the prism is there as well, but
Around the prism.
around the prism. Okay. Does the lock move on its own? Or is it just like machinery around it that moves as well?
Say that again.
Does the lock move on its own? Or also, does it appear to require a key of some variety, or is it like
No, it's just a combo lock.
it's a combo lock? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you spin the dials, but the dials also have to be set in the appropriate
Direction.
Direction.
Okay. And notably, I'm not actually trying to open the box between any of the combinations. I was just, I guess, testing the dials and such.
You're
Then.
not opening the box, are you now?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a thought from what's his face. Anyway, continue. I know, completely vague. It's just
So we did an awareness. I don't really have any sort of artifice, so I can't really. Can I try to like intuit what some of this machinery does? Like there's a lot of it going on, but I got a pretty good look at it. And if the machinery is not part of the lock, then it must have some function for whatever's inside as well. Can I do a logic test to see if I can figure some stuff out about what its actual function is for the engraved machinery? Was that?
Great machinery. Tech use.
Tech use? Okay. Mathematics?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. Nice.
Pretty straightforward. The working machinery, well, supporting the lock system, and if it stops moving, it basically triggers the anti-tampering system. So
Looking at this box, I realize artificers overcomplicate things.
they made it fragile. They also made it so that you can't bypass the lock.
Mm-hmm. At least
So,
not easily. You'd have to.
Yeah, not easily.
You'd have to make all of the machinery, if it is going to fail, fail before you. Like you'd have to open the box quick enough to not allow it to destroy it. Seems unlikely. Open the box and remove the contents.
There is a thing you do notice with the mathematics. If you are strong enough to literally rip the lid of the box from the lock and the hinge simultaneously, and you're able to overcome potentially the vacuum that it has. If you're so ridiculously strong that you can just yeet the lid off in one go, the box is helpless.
Okay. Well, you know how fast you can lift a sewer grate into orbit with a nuclear explosion?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Doesn't sound safe for the
You
content.
could also, if you're really precise, cut the top of the lid off with a very powerful blade. Then you would have to like somehow get the lid way over there, and you don't want the lid anywhere near where you are.
Yep.
duality could just.
That's
rip
if
it
we
off with their
only
shadow
care.
lock.
Oh yeah, just snap it out of existence.
I don't want to snap it, but I feel like duality could do something with that. They're pretty strong with they're that have the mass of a planet after all.
Yeah, but we also don't really want to destroy the box, as it is a
That's
piece of
true.
artifice itself, so it's
Yeah.
probably useful to study.
The only other thing I was thinking of is I could make a copy of the box, or sorry, a recreation, and just the
Oh
box
yeah, and just have a
itself.
team of researchers
Yeah,
look
working
at it.
on it. Yeah, because what I do when I do a recreation is I have all my heads of my seasons like have a good like look at the item itself, and they all give their opinions. So depending on their grade, how powerful they are, they can do more with it. So if I do a copy of the box, then we have something to work with without using the original. And then once we know how to use it, but I don't know, could it destroy it? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Like there could be some anti-tampering. Like for example, I can't do that with books. Um,
Yeah, but
though
you
it
could
does.
do it with the
Oh,
storage device itself.
I can. Okay, so I can do it with books. I don't get everything from it, but I get like a blank thing of the book. So I might not actually destroy it when I do that. Interesting. So I might actually be able to make a copy of it and work with it that way. Um,
Yeah, but I don't think we'd be able to find the combination in that respect, because at that point, information is implied to be lost when you copy it. So that would be the combination as well, but we could understand the function of the boss,
mhm.
perhaps. Though it would have to be, is it mid-grade or lower?
Or me? Oh no, I'm up to I'm at 8 right now, which is what's my ranking? 8 is
Well above what we're going to find in Zone 1. Got it.
supreme grade. So as long as it's below a supreme grade item, then I can make a recreation.
Do we know how it functions? Does it affect the original item in any way? Copying it?
That's what I was going to say. With the books that I've been getting, if I like write it down or try to make it again, the item explodes. Right, it's completely useless. But
Mm-hmm.
with my recreation, what I've done is it actually just creates a blank copy of it. So there's no, it's just pages. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have the original. It's not the original, but I have a bunch of books. So it shouldn't destroy the item. It shouldn't destroy it. The original is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I guess, how does the box look to Lar? I guess you're not
Yeah, I'll
examining it
be
probably. You're
when you're done. Like when you have a full. Actually,
Uh,
full day, right?
it's
'Cause
really pretty, Lar. Prisms
well,
move.
Lar's absorbing an elixir right now.
actually,
Well,
I'm
um,
behind you. I think so. One,
Oh,
you have 1, 2, 3,
you've done 3 checks so far of this DTS.
and then you did 4. Okay, no, I think I think I need 2 more downtime scenes before I'm. You need 2 more downtime scenes before I'm cut off.
So now the question is this box designed to keep you out unless you know the combination, or is it designed to keep you out if you can't figure out the combination from other clues in the box?
the first one. It's not really designed to let you in. It's you know the combination or you don't.
Okay.
It's not a puzzle box to test to see if you can get in. Somebody doesn't want you in this.
So it's not a puzzle box. It's actually it's just
A
like a
lockbox.
safe. Yeah, it's a lockbox.
Yeah.
So we could cut it off, get rid of the lid real quick, yeet the lid off, figure out the combination. Does putting in the wrong combination make it trigger its failsafe?
Probably has like you get 3 tries.
In a certain amount of time?
Yeah, if you do it once, you probably have 2 other attempts afterwards, but you have to do it in quick succession.
Okay. Copying the box might end up being a good idea, but can I begin learning about at least this guy's style of artifice just from studying how, well, not necessarily how the box is made, but how the box functions? Just like self-study there?
Sure.
Okay. What sort of check would I be making?
Probably mathematics again.
Okay. And I am doing self-study, so if there's a progress related to this, I get a bonus from my first precept from the Emperor of Progress.
It's a juggling act. It's really pretty. Basically, they overcomplicated the design to further prevent tampering. Because there's a lot of ways you can cheat, such as bore a hole through one of the parts in the box that doesn't have machinery, and then try and pull the contents out with a spirit ring or storage ring.
Mm-hmm.
Every part of the wall has a critical piece of machinery that creates no holes. And if any of them stop moving, it triggers the tampering device. So it's overly complicated on purpose, so that there are no gaps to exploit.
Okay.
You'll also, if you drop this too hard, it will shake apart the machinery on the inside and thus trigger the device. The box itself is pretty valuable. The material of the box itself is some sort of stone. You've not seen it before. Probably pretty rare.
We're just in the training ground right now, I guess.
Yep.
Well then. Master, do you recognize this style of artifice?
Yes. It's pretty primitive.
Well, I'm not necessarily asking how complex it is, or in that case, primitive versus advanced. I'm asking if you would know perhaps what sect the person that owned this box came from.
No,
Hmm.
I would not know something that obscure.
Sure, I just figured since you yourself are mechanical, that you might know a bit more.
They gave you a hard look, bordering disappointment.
Hmm. Comparing him to a box.
That's like comparing a mouse to an immortal cultivator.
Yeah.
Don't do this. I thought you were smarter.
Lauren's been spending the last 2 hours staring at a box. 4 rolls, 4 hours staring at a box. No, it's 3 rolls. Wait, I thought I had one more
It
roll.
doesn't equivalent to an hour each.
Oh, okay, it's just total 6 for a DTS.
Yeah. I did 24 at one point. It was bad.
Huh.
Oh yeah, I remember those days. Really slowed things
Okay.
down. 3 months was the entire session. I mean, this entire campaign.
Make a cultivator explosive check to see if I could think of I guess, an explosive device that could rip the lid off without destroying the contents. So like a shaped explosive. With said thing. It's like an idea to start working on.
I mean, you technically could, but you'd have to do some interesting stuff if you want to take advantage of the explosive.
And not damage the insides. Because destroying the box would be
Correct.
probably trivial.
Yeah. Destroying the contents in the box is pretty trivial. You're not sure about the box itself. Whatever that stone is pretty durable on purpose. The machinery is purposely not.
Okay.
The crystal, if you pry it out, you're not sure if there's a secondary inside. There probably is, and it would probably let you pry out the crystal, only to have it go off in your hands.
Okay.
And then the secondary one inside would then go off and destroy the contents. So it would be a lose-lose. But you could blow off the lid of the box.
Yeah, that was the plan, was to try to come up with an explosive that could do that without damaging the inside contents. It's like a shaped charge.
Yeah.
A very shaped charge.
Problem is there's no lip on the top of the box. So it's pretty flush, the lid, with the top of the box that then flows into the sides. So
Okay. Or perhaps use resonance to shake the box apart all at once with a very tuned explosive. Because it wouldn't have chance to use its failsafe if all of it falls apart all at once. But that would be destroying the box, which don't really want to do possible. So I'm guessing these crystals are basically on effectively a dead man switch, so if it just stops working, it's going to go off.
yeah. Unfortunately, due to the lack of the ability to keep trying, you could brute force it with mathematics pretty quickly, but since it's limited to the number of tries, the combinations are too high.
Okay. But could I not also use mathematics to, I guess, narrow down the possible combinations? Instead of brute forcing it, well, I guess it would be brute forcing it, but come up with a good algorithm to try to figure it out with the 3 attempts that I've determined that I have. But it's probably made in such a way that you don't really get any information out of a failed combination other than it's the wrong one. So really, what I should do is just rummage through this dude's storage ring a bit more and see if I can find some clues that might help me figure out what he would have made the combination. Because we know which storage ring it came out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's filled with mad scribblings in most of the books.
That sounds good to me. So we'll start looking through that for the last 2 rolls or 1 roll, depending on if me asking Vicarious counted as a DTA.
As you attempt to try and open this primitive box using primitive means, you get a closer and closer
What?
stare.
I'm not trying to open the box. I said I was looking through the. Oh.
Yeah, you're trying to open it using primitive means of finding the password lying around. Your master is starting to get more and more disappointed in you. And they're just like, just open the box.
I'm trying to figure out this man's, or woman's, I suppose, thought process as to why they built this box as well.
It's a primitive design. Just open the box.
You've got to start somewhere, right?
No.
Just open the box.
They're looking at you like really, really hard.
What could I do to just open the box?
I guess, do you have the tools to open the box?
I've got explosives. I don't really have... Like, my master is implying that I have sufficient ability to do this at this point.
Even if you didn't, it's so primitive it's insulting. Open the damn box. Jesus Christ.
Let's see. What could I do to just open the box?
Meanwhile, Lar looks at it, right? Lar, you get to look at it?
Yeah.
It depends on how far he is. Did you take 2 downtime scenes worth to go through?
I guess I started looking through the scribblings for the remainder of this DTS and was told to just open the box, so didn't actually look through the ring very much. So there's my DTS.
Okay. All right. I feel a little healthier. Come back from my prayer mats and see Lyron looking at the box. I'm like, ooh, Lyron, how goes it?
Pretty box.
Ooh.
There's a lot going on with the box.
Let's open the box, disciple. I'm going to be very irritated with you for a very long time if you can't open this box in the next 10 minutes.
The next 10 minutes?
The pressure is on, Lyron, as I look at the box with my eyeballs, my crystal eyeballs.
The prisms move in really neat patterns, and they are patterns. They're organized.
Ooh, looks like there's some patterns to this, Lyron. I bet you could figure it out with the patterns.
Do the mechanisms make noise?
Yeah.
Listen.
I will listen closer then.
Using your sound DAO?
Using my sound DAO. And I will use my martial inspiration of sound whilst listening to see if I can pick out any useful patterns of sounds for opening this box.
None of that helps, but you're pretty sure if you played around with the combination lock, you could sound out what is the correct activation clicking. So you just you solve it by listening. By the old safecracker method, by you put your ear up to it and you listen to the mechanisms whir as you move it.
Okay.
It's just more complex, but you have this DAO of sound. You can hear everything move inside. You just have to tune out all of the other sound that the machinery.
Lars, bickering and
Yeah. So you just need to listen to the moving mechanisms of the lock itself and all the tumblers. You need to
Okay.
tune out all the other sound that the rest of the machinery is making.
Is it a willpower check?
Mathematics? No, just mathematics.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
That's a
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, you open it up in 10 minutes.
I'm so proud of you, Lyron.
You just put your ear up to it and you're like, oh, that's okay. No wonder they're like, just fucking open the box. you have the data sound. They're like, you don't need a password, dude. You just do it.
But look at these mad scribblings. Imagine the fun it would be to decipher all of them.
It would
I
drive you
think
mad.
you might have made this a little more complicated than it needed to be, Lyron. But you worked through the steps, which is important. You've learned.
Yeah. There was another crystal on the inside, yeah.
Open the box. Well. Didn't really do any safe cracking back on my home planet.
Bunch of torn pieces of paper.
A bunch of torn pieces of paper.
Like it was ripped out of a book.
Oh, so he doesn't have the manuals. He just stole pieces of it. Okay.
No, something's weird about the pages. A lot of it does describe simple machinery, but there's a lot of personal addendums. There's a lot of personal phrases that he highlights. Kind of like Secrets of the Alchemy book.
Okay. Well, Lar might be able to find the secrets with his prism sight.
My dharmic sight. The truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Together, they come to me through things.
So, looking through it, Lar, there's definitely 9 of the 10 secrets here on the last page. This guy has the most scribblings.
Oh, yes.
He has found an error. It's a syntax error. And instead of providing that last little bit of enlightenment from the last secret, it doesn't do anything at all because the syntax is wrong. It doesn't bring forth that secret, that epiphany like the alchemy book does. And he's been trying to figure out what the correct syntax is.
See.
And there's so many. Fortunately, you can figure it out because you just look at it and you know which prism fits into the puzzle. It's like you look at a puzzle. It's missing one piece. And there's a bunch of pieces lying on the side, and there's only one that fits.
Oh, there's only one prism that fits, eh? Oh, well, let's put that prism.
There's only one prism that fits, but to a normal person, this would drive them insane.
Oh, this is easy. Why did nobody figure this out?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
But it does almost the same thing as the alchemy book, which also leads to a reliquary to retrieve an inheritance. But it's probably been a while, and you're not sure if this was malicious or in error.
Well, with these pages, I don't think they have the same tampering as the other ones, eh? I'm going to make a copy of the pages.
It also could be that you're supposed to fix it on your own. You're supposed to look at the broken machinery of the secret and fix it. But that's really hard. That's asking a genius of geniuses to figure this out. Someone who not only can read the secret itself and go, oh, epiphany, but someone like a literal main character looks at it and goes, that doesn't look right. Because only a main character would do that.
So, how long does it take us to read these pages with Lyra and myself?
Since you don't have to read through the entire book, it takes DTS.
Oh, nice.
It's basically just the pages with the secrets on them.
Convenient.
Not quite, because it's missing the actual texts.
Yeah, no, convenient for me, but not convenient for like. I mean, maybe it would.
Actually, learning artifice.
Yeah, maybe it would lead us to this location where we could find more information on artificing, or put us in the right track, or maybe something we can. But with the 10 secrets, does that not unlock a new essence of brilliance?
Not a new one, no.
Okay, because my
It's
current
different.
one for all right.
A different essence, and you can only have one essence.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. You can replace your current essence with the new one,
I see.
but that usually doesn't. It's not really good
Hmm.
because you
No,
can
that's
replace
fine.
it early, pretty easily
Could
because it doesn't hurt.
Lar point out these secrets to me?
Sure.
Didn't work so well
You have
last time,
Gestalt,
but
don't you?
yeah, I've
Do you have
Gestalt.
Do you have a percentage of the Gestalt at least?
No, I don't. I've
Okay.
got.
None of you should.
No,
Where is my Gestalt?
it's working its way up, but it's not there yet. I don't think because it's rounded down, like Matt said. So
I've got
you don't even have
0.35% Gestalt,
You're working there, not yet.
so I can't.
So I can point them out, but it's not going to help. Okay.
Yep. Do you have a percent yet?
No,
No one should.
Okay.
I just have the technique because I understand.
Sure. Oh yeah, it doesn't actually even help you yet, even
No.
though you have it, because it requires Gestalt.
Oh, I can use the fire control technique, but it gives me more percentage for each Gestalt I have. For every 1%,
Yeah.
I could. There's more chance for the true pill, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it does a bit. It just doesn't do everything yet.
Mhm.
Well, I could still try to piece together the secrets as well once you've pointed out the last piece that was missing.
It's also 10 secrets to give to Warkeeper as well.
Yeah.
It's one secret
Oh, it
because
is just one secret. Okay.
you need the 10 pieces to gain one full secret.
I see. So the one we did earlier too, the one for the alchemy book was
The one
also
full
just
secret, yeah.
Okay.
You have 10 fragments, but it's like
Which
finding
turned into one.
clues.
Yeah, I got you. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Could I maybe try to piece together the secrets myself with mathematics?
Yeah.
Okay.
I point them out. You do the hard calculations.
I'm gonna use some key to make that a whole lot better. Plus
Nice.
120, so 12 more degrees of success.
I'd use narrative here as well to try and.
Oh yes, I can do that. So I'll use a bone coin first of all. A 2, which is a plus 30, so that's cool. So
It's 40.
15 more degrees of success. Is it 40? Oh yeah, it is 40. And then I will use one of my inspirations for another plus 10, and 5 narrative points for peak narrative to go ahead and with this peak narrative, because it's more than just the one page that has the 9 secrets on it, right? He pulled a bunch
Yeah,
of stuff.
It's
Yeah,
one page
10
per
different spots. Yeah.
10 different pages.
10 different pages.
Because he
So
found
the
the one that with the error. So it was 9 correct, one was incorrect. He fixed the incorrect one.
One thing you could try, just as a suggestion, is guesstimate the missing pieces. It's
What
like
the fuck?
using 10 different points of interest to kind of AI generate the rest of the book. That might
I
be too
can't look at
complicated.
people's character sheets.
No?
Wait, you can't?
Can you
I
refresh?
can't even go on the previous. It says, sorry, you've been blocked. You're unable to access Roll20. I can look
have my
at
character sheet
handouts that I
open.
have made.
Whew.
I cannot look at character sheets. Weird. Can I look at the previous? View all chat entries for the game. I have been blocked. Interesting.
And you've already refreshed the page. You've logged out.
Let's
back in.
find out. I've been blocked from my own game.
Why are you banning yourself? Did you break one of your rules?
Let me. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me into my own account. Let's see if I can log into the game. I have been blocked from my game. Okay, not good.
What?
Yeah.
Can
I
you
get
log into
into
any
my
other game?
account. Uh, the fuck? Okay, so if I were to open up. Okay.
You want to share your screen for us, Matt?
Sure.
See if I can do some IT wisdom here.
Gotta make sure it's the correct screen. So I'm trying to look it up. Yeah. So basically, if I open up this, sorry, I've been blocked. So I'm capable of being here. So if I go to Roll20, I can click on other games, but ta-da!
Can you put that on your screen? I don't see that right now. Or just
It
drag it
should
over
be
it.
on my screen.
You might have just shared a window.
Oh, oops. Why? Stop that. Yeah.
Oh, this is a Roll20 thing.
Yeah. How we can do to resolve this?
I wonder if I refresh my page if I'll lose it as well. No, I still have it going for mine. And you can get onto this page. Do you want to sign into your account, sign back in?
Sure.
Then
I
try
can log
launching.
in.
Okay, easy
Oh,
peasy.
there it goes.
And then try opening one of your character sheets just to confirm.
Yeah. Maybe an old token?
Or just my Savalair.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it looks fine. Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah. At least it wasn't, you getting hacked or something. Like that would have been worst case scenario, but it just seems like there was just a
Much worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Alright. Thanks, game. Dick.
at least we got it figured out.
Yeah, no shit. Everybody panic. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yay.
Music. I don't think there was music this
There
entire
was.
time beforehand. Okay. Did that use my inspiration, by the way, for the sound?
Yeah.
Did. Okay.
Inspirations are just kind of blips of brilliance or blips of clarity.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna write some stuff for you.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Good. Oh, also, I need to know what the next level of my sound portfolio is. The threshold for that is. So I'm at 250, 250 at the moment,
Oh.
and probably got a another sound from this box.
Matt, if you want to just
Yeah.
copy paste, or I can put it in as well, and you can change that.
What? What am I copy paste?
What my Essence of Brilliant looks like. I figured just kind of utilize that and change things up.
I am because I put it in chat. That's why I needed the chat log.
Okay.
Energy
It's also
control.
different. Yeah.
I figured this would be the same.
Nope, it is not a brilliance. It is a different one.
Also, I found a different secret.
Yep. That's why I'm
Then-
writing it down. So you can change your essence, it's just different.
Mm-hmm. For each gold form layer, jade form, or
Oddly enough, you already have energy control. So you're a little bit better off.
mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, John.
John, why?
Bit different. Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Okay. Does my energy control that I already have help with this?
Yep.
Since you said,
The artificers use, instead of like a fire, like alchemists use, they use an energy source. So they control an energy, like out of a battery or a fuel cell, or out of their own key, or whatever energy you're trying to use. There's also a reason why most artificers aren't able to create artifacts that come to life unless they use other means, because you usually use your own essence, your own energy, and if you use too much, you die because you run out of life energy.
sure enough.
So, artificers use something called innate energy. It takes much longer to recover. It's a much more pure and powerful, even more potent energy than Qi, Shi, or Qigong, because it's connected to your life energy. And if you use too much of it, it can have very lasting detrimental effects. It's not your life essence, because you can't get that back. But innate energy is the closest thing to it. And the less energy you have, the more likely you can get sick, the more likely you will become lethargic, depressed, fatigued. And artificers use this innate energy to breathe life into their creations. And the more energy they put into it, the more lifelike and the more capable their creations are. You have an interesting complexion because your innate energy is also just another form of energy for you. You would be able to potentially recover it faster or gather more of it. But you'd have to build some sort of energy circuit system that allows you to recover innate energy. So
I could convert innate energy once when I guess, with this secret, this doesn't give me knowledge of the innate energy, though, right?
well, this allows you to tap into your innate energy, but you need the rest of the book. The artificing book would tell you how.
Okay.
Like where it's located, how to gain access to it, how to use it. But you only have the secrets, which is unfortunate.
So, Lyron's usage of his narrative points, how did that come into play? He used the peak narrative.
He already described it to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also used an inspiration, which probably helped with this. So,
So why I'm having you describe what you're doing with the narrative points beforehand, so that we don't have this. Well, where does that come in?
Yeah, no,
yep,
that's
already came in.
okay. Okay, I must have missed that because I thought we were talking about it and it never.
Turns out the actual other contents of the book is pretty important.
Crazy! It actually teaches you how to artifact sites and yep, words. Use artifice. Create artifice.
Run that by me again.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
Well, the thought just kind of died halfway through, so
Okay.
energy control technique. There we go.
Basically, you can siphon off a bit of energy for fatigue. Just one energy point for one fatigue, and which is a very small amount.
Okay. Well, luckily I have a whole lot of fatigue.
You can charge a phone for 1,000 fatigue.
Okay.
I'm sure that will get better over time.
Yes, but this
We're at the
this is
start. Yeah.
that's why they use innate energy.
Mhm.
Also, if you reading through the secrets, keeping the energy source where it's one wisp of energy for one fatigue is actually one of the core principles. A lot of people say exactly that. That is a terrible exchange.
Okay.
But what if you need something that small?
I mean, a battery is still pretty great. Like, like a phone battery. That holds a lot of energy.
Yeah,
Right.
it does.
And
Well, and I could also use tribulation energy at that point, and that would be 250 of that in order to charge a
Yeah.
battery
so,
in an inefficient way.
right. But you'll look at it and realize one of the greatest mistakes you can make is upgrading the very first one, because you can upgrade it so that it's like one fatigue is 1% energy instead of 0.1% energy. But then you lose that penultimate fine control. Because once
Mhm.
you get to really high levels, you're dealing with huge energies, huge energy amounts, qualities, just sheer potency. But what if you need something so infinitesimally small, but you can't manage it because all you do is deal with big numbers?
Well, I've already got different types of energy that are worth
Right.
different units, so
But this is the smallest amount of energy you've ever dealt with.
which
One
is awesome.
wisp for one fatigue.
Okay. Well, maybe I can utilize that in my actual conflux as well. So I'm able to upgrade my offensive side of the conflux, the other one, the original conflux, with in-game resources. Is knowledge like this one of the resources, or could be used as one of the resources?
To upgrade your conflux?
Yes.
And that's just a knowledge. It's not really a resource unless you're using it to be the resource to be consumed.
Okay. But gives me another idea for the direction I might want to go. Why manipulate more energy when you can manipulate smaller amounts more times?
Or be able to break up your energy into smaller bits.
Yeah.
Maybe that's one way you could look at health too. You could take it and then break it into smaller pieces, which would, in case, give you more.
Except it doesn't, because it already functions as 10 hit points per. So if I broke it up into 1 hit point per, then I'd be losing hit points every 1 instead of every 10. Which I guess in some cases might be a good idea, but most of the time I'd prefer to have the buffer
Well, hold
of
on.
not
So
losing hit
if
points.
you take 1 damage,
I don't take damage.
you don't take damage. But if you take 10 damage, you take 1 energy point.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a threshold of damage, and then it loses it. So if I took 19 points of damage, I'd only take 1 energy point, though.
Yeah.
Still. So breaking that up is probably, generally speaking, not a good idea.
Mhm.
There's definitely probably an argument for breaking it up eventually. For certain reasons, but not for general combat, I don't think.
Yeah, this energy is not for general combat. Although you could convert it into an energy stealing technique. So if you're able to get your hands on somebody, you could whisk away this little energy. Because most people don't have really finite control over all of the energies in their body. That would be ludicrous. They would have control over their larger energy resources, such as their ki or qigong or qi. But if you're able to get your hands on them, you might be able to whisk away some of that energy and cause them fatigue.
And get back fatigue myself.
Correct. You'd have to have a way to purify it because it's not yours.
Yes,
But-
Crazy. I have a way to purify it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh
also
my
have my mirror that purifies.
What? No. So,
Or,
what
you
you're
know, I
kinda
can just
looking
hit it
at.
with the glitch sword and hope I randomize it into my fatigue.
Bah! Come on, big money. Roll that slot machine. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh,
Crazy. It's like it's never what I want. It's calamitous. Or I guess whatever it's striking is not what it wants. Calamitous for whatever it's hitting.
Yeah.
It's
And
not
for the
necessarily
user.
good for me. Yeah. It's fine. I just need to put more holy geometrics to make it more directional. Or use artifice to refine the sword. That sounds like a bad idea, but, you know, everything dealing with that sword is probably a bad idea. Okay, so we now have a secret acquired. Got the artifice knowledge, not necessarily the start to artifice knowledge, but something that I potentially could have gained whilst learning the original or the actual volumes of it, I'm assuming. You got a little bit more hit points.
Yep.
I can still continue to train or the current level of mathematics and movement mechanics that I'm at, but I can't train anything past that for either. Not without spending a ton of merit on a thing that probably won't matter too much further. Do we want to keep training? Is the Orrery back up and running now?
I mean, the Orrery, it needs 5 more days before we're good to go on doing some runs. We can go to the
Okay.
Orrery. That's no problem. You go check out the dark side of the moon with me.
I could go check out the dark side of the moon and learn. I don't know what I'd be training.
You could enhance your shadow.
Oh yeah, I could enhance my shadow. I could learn further with my shadow qigong. I've got a couple of things that I was trying to. Also, I've learned about Shi. Can I replace this lesser orbit shadow claw that says if used in tandem with a key or question mark ability to spin that resource again? I'm assuming that question mark is Shi.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at you go, being clever.
No, I was just looking through my shadow stuff and I'm like, wait, why is that still a question mark? Shadow Shift I haven't learned, but I can. We could try to summon somebody to teach more about Shadow Qigong, because I only have the Shadow Shift to become ethereal thing. Or I don't have Shadow Shift. I got Shadow Claw,
Mm.
which did come in handy.
We could do that.
Yeah. I do have 31 Shadow Qigong now, so I can probably do some good stuff with it. So yeah, I don't. You don't have Shadow Qigong. You just have Solar, right?
No, I have both.
You both. Oh, okay. Because of okay
Do I have any shadow qigong within me?
ability.
That is the question. Currently at 0 shadow qigong.
I still have a Shadow Qigong talisman, but you could also get Shadow Qigong back, presumably from the dark side of the moon. Maybe.
Actually, no, it requires a light source.
Oh, it's a light source because you need shadow. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Darkness is not the same. I just turn other energy into Qigong, so I don't.
Yeah, right. If you wanted to do 5 days on the moon, I would not say no to that. I could work on my willpower, I suppose, as well. That's something I could do.
On willpower, and I think duality can train some of the Qigong stuff that I've learned, right?
I know she does gravity qigong. I don't know about shadow.
Oh, got it. Maybe the dark side of her does. You
Possibly.
can go ask.
We should go ask. We
To the
teleport there.
Orrery! Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Map change, go! Oh, does Master look slightly less disappointed once when I opened the primitive box, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, good.
It took that long, though.
Still pretty disappointed.
But less. Just by a percentage.
It's like, ah, okay. There's a circle right here.
Yeah, remember when we got shot?
Oh, right. I thought that was in the moon. I guess the Orrery is the moon.
It's a how would you describe? It is an interesting pocket concept. I think that's the best way to describe it.
'Cause
Something inside of something inside of something.
Yep.
Because
The Orrery is the moon, right? So is
no,
duality. No?
the Orrery is its own thing, but it's attached to the moon.
So if the moon
So
gets damaged, the Orrery does.
yeah, it's kind of like for example, the card has a box, which is the Orrery on its planet. If you go inside the box, you get to the actual Orrery, which is also on the moon. But then we can upgrade the Orrery because that's what we just did to make it a bigger thing.
Which is currently
And
being
we
finished still.
we move around. It's almost like it's like it's dock. Like when we're not in space, it's still connected to duality,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
even though her moon is someplace else.
Okay. Boom.
Duality.
Yes.
Can you are you good with Shadow Qigong?
Darkness.
Just darkness. Yeah, that's what I think.
Darkness
Hmm.
can exist without light.
Yes.
I could try, but it's not my specialty.
No, that's fine. We could get somebody else for teaching that kind of Qigong. Right, Lion?
Oh, yes. There was the terrifying guy that sounded like the Void.
The abyss of space, yes.
The
I
Abyss
didn't
of
think he.
Space.
I didn't think he was the one you were thinking of.
Nope. It sure wasn't. He was teaching us about some other energies, I realize.
Yes, which is still over there. We got a few charges worth of it, actually.
Yep.
And funny enough, I can have some of that now because I have a threshold of 20 for my Qigong.
Oh,
Am I going to do that
right.
right now?
I
No.
can have some of that stuff too. It's 1 per 10?
Yes, but it needs the other resources. I'll bring up my my page for a sec. That's in Orrery.
Yeah, but all that stuff seemed really bad to have.
Yeah. No,
Oh, wait.
it's
Hold on. There was an energy that was like a calamity. You said put it in the sword.
it explodes.
It explodes.
Goes to the void month of shadow. Ethereum, Particulum, Canum, Nebulum, and Ethereum make one of 3 energies. Black Star Radiance. Super bad luck on the cosmic scale. Abyssal Ink, Parity of the Void Mother Shadow, Cosmic Entropy, Disharmony, and Ruin to anything that comes in contact with. Stay far away from blast radius. Requires 10 Qigong. Do not consume. Lyron.
Mmm. But it looks
I
so
mean,
tasty.
maybe you can do it now with your circuit. I actually might be able to do it.
Maybe, because I'm sustained off of energy anyway, so even if it is normally not sympathetic towards life, it might function for my character. Might be a bad idea, but you know.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Okay, so we need a trainer for Shadow Qigong. What was that dude's name that was originally training Shadow and Solar?
So his name was Shadow of the Moon.
Oh, Shadow the Moon. Okay.
Yep. So it's usually 2 Nebulum and 3 Aetherium. Our current stockpile for Aetherium is 14, and our current stockpile for Nebulum is 2.
So
So
technically speaking, we
we
could
could.
do it. That's though I guess actually Nebulum is Gaiam and something else?
No, Nebulum is his own thing.
It's unowned. Okay. So we don't have a means of creating it at the moment.
No. Oh, we could always get more, but like I won't be able to use a Nebulum to bet things. That's the only
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to use it.
Mhm.
Because that's a good way to get it.
Mhm.
Okay. So we can't get him. Go see what this dark side of the moon is all about.
Yeah. Okay.
What to train while I'm over there, though? I could just cultivate on the dark side of the moon. Could be a interesting strategy. Maybe a bad one.
Never bad until it is bad. Just remember
This
that.
is true. Yeah, I'm gonna go cultivate on the dark side of the moon whilst I guess you're training willpower over there
Yeah.
for 5 days. We've got some of those bottles of pills. Get a plus 50.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the plan. We're going to the dark side of the moon to cultivate. Is there any sort of bonuses that I get for that?
You get negatives.
This is a good thing.
-5, -50.
Well, there is no progress with cultivating, though, is there? Like it's just based off of DOS, so it's not really
Correct.
helpful to have a negative,
No.
which is kind of strange. You'd figure being able to cultivate in like harder places would perhaps provide further insights. So maybe I shouldn't go to the dark side of the moon and just cultivate here.
I think that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. 12 influence. So I would have to take a pill for this first one to get enough influence to actually consistently pass it.
Valid input, of course.
Give me a sec. There was something I... Oh, do we still have Fright Night and a Journey Through the Dark Forest on our character sheets?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, oh wait, this exists. Let's remove these two. Cool. Okay. I guess if I'm not cultivating on the moon is still a bonus because 1s and 100s turn into convergences. Mm-mm-mm.
So, how much Stardust did you say you have again?
An amount. Let's see. It is a communication station. I could invest. I've got 2,319 in Aetherium and Ethereum.
So you have 2,000, eh? All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna borrow some of yours if you don't mind.
Okay.
To pay for the trash can, actually.
How much?
So, 1 second here. 1,304.
Okay. That's a lot of bonus progress that you'll get.
Yeah. But that's what I'm at currently.
2,000. 319. 1,015 left. Okay. So, if I'm cultivating here, can I make an upgrade to my communication station to help with cultivating the sound DAO?
What type of upgrade?
It provides. Do I want it to be something that's helpful when just here training, or something that can help me cultivate whilst in a run? So I think whilst in a run might be a cool idea. So every
I have
successful can you So I've done the 25 communicate with members. All right, that's an out of can use key on runs. To count as a degree of success for cultivating influence whenever an assess is successful. Degree of success, yeah.
So if you succeed in a roll, you gain
One degree of
influence?
success towards. Well, it wouldn't be one influence because with the pure key, it's the degrees of success go up not exponentially, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
it's like a
mean,
stacking
if there's a
degree?
big run that you guys end up doing,
See, I was thinking about
you
that. It might be
might
bad.
end up forcibly cultivating yourself to the next tier.
Yeah.
What
See,
about if it was
that's.
like you could save them, like you could use it when you go to cultivate.
Oh yeah, it banks them, and then I can add the degrees of
It
success
wouldn't be
when I
able to
cultivate.
bank
Okay.
Okay.
because that would be kind of weird. You'd
Well, it like the communication station is recording useful sound bites that I can then use for bonuses, I guess, for cultivation.
but you already memorized those sound bites
Yeah.
because
See,
you heard them. So holding on to them doesn't. You see, you're cultivating in the moment. and you can't
Yeah,
really
and
hold it
that's
off unless the
kind of
device saves those sound bites from you. But then you wouldn't be doing well in the trial
yeah,
or
that's
in the run itself because you're like, oh, I needed those sound bites.
yep.
What
So
about like a DJ?
what do you mean?
You could like mix your sounds.
Oh, mix the sounds.
Yeah, like a DJ
So
would.
based on what it has heard, it could give bonuses to cultivation rolls instead of just giving degrees of success, which is a bad idea when I'm cultivating on the orrery.
So like you're cultivating through being a DJ with the sounds you've collected.
Yeah, I can like mix them up.
You could try music, yeah.
I will try music. So I guess at that point it would be it'd be like a DJ station, a bonus to cultivation rolls based on my sound portfolio, whilst at my station.
Yeah, so you'd have to cultivate at your station, but you'd be able to like make music, and then you can also turn that into, fucking battle music or something on the when
Hit
you're
him with the
doing
bass cannon.
yeah, hit him with the bass, or like give us a like start the music where like it gives us a bonus overall for the run or something along those lines. It's like Matt turning on one of his sound bites here, and we get pumped up or something along those lines.
Sure enough.
You'd have to make
Just
them ahead of time because you couldn't man the DJ station and the
oh
comm
yeah,
station.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. But you'd be able to like have something cool like that and work towards it with more upgrades or something along those lines. But at least give you
You
something
could
to work
also
with.
cultivate by just making the music, and then
Yeah,
you
that's
have
what I'm saying. Is it is the
Yeah.
DJ station that gives me a bonus by cultivating sound by making music.
Yeah.
At the moment, it doesn't provide any benefit to runs, but Lara's saying
that DJ station would be nuts because you would probably put all of your known sound bites into it,
hmm
except for the esoteric ones, because that you'd have to have an advanced sound station to be able to record those.
Yep, and then those eventually you could just make some interesting weapons, and by weapons I mean songs that you could use for battle.
Really, they don't even have to be weapons.
Weapons.
Could
All
be a
right,
montage
Vince, you got
soundtrack.
it.
Okay, so DJ station helps with cultivation rolls through mixing of things that I've learned from the sound portfolio. I don't know what sort of benefit that would give or how much this is going to cost for an upgrade.
Well, the station costs 100 Stardust for its
100
base.
Okay.
For its base form.
So 100 down to 915.
That'll be one of your utility stations, like the Moon Juice
Oh, okay.
refrigerator.
I thought it was an upgrade
Station
to his communication station.
100
No, it's a separate station.
Stardust. Does it provide any benefit baseline? Or are we going to be upgrading it from there?
No, you have to
Okay.
put sound into it, and you have to make it track.
Okay.
Well,
So
no, what I'm saying is, does it allow me to do that right now for cultivating?
Yeah, of course it allows you to do it right now.
okay.
Okay.
Do new upgrades start the same way? 1 Stardust, 5 Stardust, 10 Stardust, 15 Stardust for this station?
Yes.
Okay.
The odd part is depending on what resources you put in depends on what upgrade you can get.
Of course. Yeah, no, that's always how it's been. Like if I want to get something out of the box, I have to spend a little bit more extra instead of just the
that's the one.
Yeah. It's like with the Nebulum with the 25.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I
So
will add that.
currently, it can use up to 100 different sounds, or it can store 100 different sounds.
Okay.
You'd have to upgrade it to increase the amount of sounds you can use.
So
you
I'm
may
at
not.
two.
You may not need more than 100. You're not like. How many sounds do you need to make a song? All of them.
Sure enough. Every sound. This song contains every sound in the universe. What? Yes. Just sounds like noise. Well, that's not
my
the point.
favorite.
But somebody heard it and someone's interested.
Everybody's heard it. At least something there, if you were able to hear.
Certain celestial beings are like, dude, this rocks.
What is my next sound portfolio threshold, by the way? 'Cause I'm at 251 of 250 now.
Let's make it 500.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I just like automatically had done when I was moving over to the next one before, and I'm like, wait, I never asked Matt what it was actually going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, sound portfolio 2, we're getting there. So I guess I'll start cultivating by mixing some sick beats.
Nice. I love it.
Take one of the non-consumable cultivation pills. And how exactly is this benefiting my role using the DJ system?
The DJ system?
Would it be depending on how many beats or sound bites you put into it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
No, because you don't need a bunch of sounds to make good music.
It's true. I was just wondering, like, if that would be a thing, like how many you put in.
We could also use this to train fellowship, probably.
The amount of DOS that you accumulate goes into one particular track that you make.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, the amount of DOS you get determines how many DOS it goes into the track. You can label it incomplete and then come back to it, or you can complete it afterwards. Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't directly benefit the cultivation itself. It just is a byproduct of the cultivation as well.
Yeah, but the fact that you're able to cultivate just by kind of playing around and exploring.
Whoa. Making music isn't playing around, man. It's serious business.
All the while you're sitting there grinning ear to ear, going, this is so much fun.
I do my performance with intelligence, not fellowship.
This is very efficient fun.
Efficient fun. Look how mathematical this music is. Okay, here is my plus 60, and I get an additional degree of success from my cultivate. No, hey, that's bad. I can't use key when cultivating, right?
No.
No.
It would destabilize your cultivation.
Okay, so let's roll the other.
You can.
Oh wait, it's a downtime scene. I have advantage. Hold on a second.
Ooh. Nice.
On the 1 degree of success.
2,
which is
you're
2.
beside me.
2 degrees of success.
Yeah.
And I have 2 towards the 10. So I've got 2 DOS currently, and then I will do my other roll 12d 100. Taking the fatigue. Nothing. Okay, so I didn't put the less than 72, but I also can't because advantage. 1. No, that's 3 plus. Damn. With this, it's probably way easier just to roll influence each time.
Or you can make yourself a macro that does influence and it rolls it twice.
Yep.
And does the degrees of success on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you the degrees of success macro if you'd like.
Yes, that would be good. I don't know how to put any of the macros in, so that would be a after session thing probably to teach me.
I'll just send you a little snippet of what it looks like, and then go from there.
Okay, I can probably figure it out. Where's my calculator, though? 5 minus 72.
So yeah, this is in the abilities and attributes section of your character sheet.
7.
You can add more on the left-hand side for attributes.
12. Okay. Six. 18.
The only thing it doesn't count is
20.
base successes. Like for example, if you pass, it doesn't give you that +1.
2.
So if it's like close to it, kind of deal.
2 minus 30. 42. 4 more. 22. So 26 DOS total.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't
And then
slept in 2 days, so I'm going to give
Rest
myself
for a thing?
6 fatigue.
So getting
Plus
to 20
2
influence is 15. It's actually 28 total degrees. So I'm at 20 and 13 degrees of success. 13.
Yeah, maybe we'll take a rest.
20.
No, I should be fine.
You sent me a snippet over here. Okay.
Yeah, plus the the actual text.
Abilities.
That's just what the modifier looks like. You could
What is
then
/EM? Is that just a plain text?
that's the EM is like making it. It's just fonting. That's pretty much all it is for.
Okay. Okay, and then you want to make a strength check. Strength to do so. Floor is strength plus a modifier. It queries the modifier whenever you click on that?
Yes, it the same way you do if I was clicking willpower right now on my character sheet. It's the same process.
Okay. Do. Why is it floor and not ceiling? Or is that not?
You're rounding down.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to round up.
Yeah.
Never mind. That makes sense. Okay, that actually seems pretty easy to put in.
Mm-hmm. And you just do influence instead of strength, and then you could. I don't know if the D100 will allow you to drop lowest one, or if you put because there's no 2 there, you just have to do it twice, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only downside I see from this. Or maybe you could put it at the end. I really don't know. I haven't tried doing drop lowest one with macros.
Yeah.
You could also macro. You see where it says the little number symbol. So if you wanted to make a macro, and then you could put it inside one of your abilities, that would trigger when you roll, kind of deal. It's pretty neat. All right, so /R 7D100.
Because then I could macro my minus and plus to my sound-based rolls.
Mm-hmm, exactly. You can add
Just
that
be
in
like
right into the roll. Yeah.
willpower. Yeah.
And you can also make one of your attributes what your sound portfolio is. So you could put like literally at sound bracket plus,
Mhm.
and then that would just put it in automatically. That's how I do my key. So you know how I have it in the thing there. It says bracket at key. So that's where I update that up.
3d10, 0 mistakes there. Okay, so you did one. You're one ahead now.
Oh no,
Go for
that
it.
was my first one. You did one.
No,
I
you
did
rested,
one.
didn't you?
No, I didn't rest yet.
Oh,
That's my
sure enough.
fatigue currently. 7 plus 8 slash R. Now I'm gonna rest as I'm at 38 fatigue. So same thing. I am ahead by 1.
Okay. Let me just roll some influence. It's a 6 rolls. I'll take. Do I want to take another pill? I kind of have to at this low number. Yeah.
You can also use, Heaven Earth Essence, which is Heaven Earth crystals.
Which we have a ton of, don't we?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. You know.
Maybe. I thought that you had all of our wealth. So.
Yeah.
I don't carry your guys' low grade Heaven Earth crystals. I carry Marshall coins.
Oh.
Low
Then I
grades
don't have
give
any.
you +1 to roll.
+1 DOS.
No, just +1.
Oh, per crystal. Okay.
Mid grades give you a +10.
Yeah, I'll just take
High
another one of the
grades.
pills. You don't mind if I use those pills, do you, Lar?
I'm gonna take a copy. That's all.
Oh, of the pills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're looking at 80. That's 7 degrees there. Well, it might be better actually because it's with advantage. Yep. So that's
So that's 8, by the way.
Yep.
Leader.
8. DOS. Oh, so 9 then.
Oh no, that's I was concluding the one I just did. So
No,
7
I
plus.
cultivate real good. I get +1 DOS whenever I.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. And you're including your +10 from silver tier too, right? +10
Oh,
to
I've got a.
cultivation rolls.
What, I get a +10? Oh, shoot. No, I wasn't.
I don't know if you should have gold tier as
You
well.
have
I don't know
gold.
what that does.
Oh, it's +30 to cultivation rolls.
There you go.
Okay. Well, thanks for reminding me there.
I
Then
got you, fam.
3 more, so there's 12 DOS, which brings it up to 5 of 25 and up to 30.
Matt,
Not
clarification, very quick. If I have silver tier and I go up to the next level, the gold tier replaces the silver tier bonus, correct? Or are they
Yeah.
cumulative? Okay, I figured
It
that as much.
replaces the bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is actually a +90. I am way better at cultivating than I thought I was. So that's
You shouldn't be bad at cultivating in the color ranks. Like
sure enough.
only poor people are bad at cultivating.
Only poor people.
I like how it's the color ranked. It's almost like it's the crayon crew tier.
Yep.
So that's 14. So we're at 40. Am I confident that I can take black gold without Lars' help? Because I can't. Do we want to wait for me to go to black gold until you can actually get benefit from my tribulation as well?
I mean, I would prefer it that way, but at the end of the day, don't let me stop you from living your dreams.
You got this, fam.
I just, I rather be there just in case.
Well, I don't think that dying is going to be an issue. It's more that you get
I
a
get
lot of
benefits.
benefit from
Yeah.
existing near it. 25, 40. 2. It's 11 more, so that's 30. So that's 5 of 32. 50. It's more that I want to get. Oh wait, 19 of 25 to 40. Okay.
There's fun macros you can do too. I did this with narrative dice. Is you can like say, hey, I want to roll this many narrative dice. So then it would like roll that many for you within that moment instead of having to like, it would give you the option to like put it in.
Yeah. Well.
Especially handy for like, choosing how many day or how many downtime scenes you wanted to do.
This is also just giving me additional benefits for my key, which is nice.
Mhm.
I don't think that I want to go all the way to 100 though right now, and I would need a catalyst of some variety to go up to black gold. Like I'm probably just doing this DTS and then finishing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 2 more sets. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Um.
So you need to roll twice either way. So I don't think the Orrery is going to take that.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, unless you roll double 100. That's
Which would have been exciting.
the.
Would it have been an interesting quirk or whatever the heck,
Yeah.
according to the.
I guess you could spend some merit to kind of change that up, but at the end of the day, it's not really worth it right now.
Yeah.
Better usages.
Yep. I don't really have any merit at the moment.
Complex purchasing can get a little spicy.
Yeah, and I got 2.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Three more degrees. Eight. Well, 35 to 60. And then the last roll. Last pair of rolls, rather. And that's 14 more, so that's 25 of 35. Das.
Making your way downtown.
Because while we could go to black gold, I don't want to go to black gold right now.
You probably
Well,
also need
you
catalyst.
don't want to go black gold. What?
Yeah, I need a catalyst. And Lar needs to figure out his whole damage problem so that he can also get the charged nebulum of the black gold color. Because I don't know that. What are you typing, Johnny?
That's all my
Silver
health.
low GHE base every 5. Oh, okay. 135. Could be a lot lower.
I mean, I could be Chumpo.
Could be jump. Hey, then you would have just tanked all that damage to your face.
No, it was still more than Chumpo's damage.
Oh, it was? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the first option of 2 damage or 1 pen, which will be another further 2 damage. That's my catching up to you, Lar, by the way.
Nice. All right, let's try again. Slash R
Damage.
70 100. Okay. Slash R 1d10. Close.
Well, these
Also-
bonuses from just key usage, it's starting to get kind of nutty.
Mm,
I'm at 50.
I'm blaming getting hunger on me, like forgetting to eat sandwiches or getting my all these 100s with my sandwiches as I choke, and I'm just like, I need
Starving.
food.
Put it in my throat. Not that side. See, the question is, how high do I want to go into influence? It is a whole lot from 100 to 110.
Mm.
I don't really want to risk immediately going to tribulations, though, to get up to 110. But I could get another reaction whenever I use key at that point. 60 degrees of success for the 110.
Mhm.
Hmm. Is there anything beyond the fifth option that I really use off?
You might want to talk to your master too before you hit the next tier.
Yeah. No, I don't want to hit the next tier yet.
Yeah.
Either way. Because it's black gold, and then you start working on your formation of the golden core, I think. And you become a mountain climber after that. Or maybe,
After black gold, yeah.
I think it's after the formation of the golden core, generally speaking. Based on what I have heard.
What do you mean by formation?
You have to, I guess, collect resources and refine your body to make the golden core, to house your being.
We learned from the mountain climber master student that forming your your cultivator core, your golden core, is not in the color crew, the crayon crew. It's not in that tier.
Yeah, but I thought most of the time you got to black gold before doing that, or you'd have to progress past black gold.
After black gold is when you're actually starting the mountain climb, and that's when Matt told me that that's when you, even after that point is golden core formation.
Oh, after that point is? Okay.
So it's not even within these tiers, which that's what I thought. Like I was on the same boat as you. Like that's what my assumption was, but at least that's what I was told. So
I guess it was technically correct. I just didn't realize it was much further ahead.
yeah.
Besides, we need to make a lot of money before forming the golden core anyway.
Yeah, and those are goals we are not ready for yet.
Correct. But if black gold is a lot further away, then it might be worth trying to go for it. But
yeah,
I feel like it's still better to do this after you fix your damage issue.
Yippers.
What's your total DOS, bruh?
My total DOS?
Yeah, for your soundtrack.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. Sweet math.
So
Already out of the good juice. Damn.
we were already at 10. So 35, 60, 90, 115 DOS. And we will complete it there. Well, actually, do I want to complete it at getting to 60? That's only 10 more DOS.
You can always pause.
Yeah, I can always not complete it yet. But we're at 100 and 115 DOS currently for the soundtrack. Like a boss.
All right, we'll write it out. I want to see it in chat. Records. Put it there, quick.
Working on it.
No.
DOS towards.
Is that the name of your song, Sick Beat?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Seems pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, actually, since I'm working on something that I am creating, do I also get my bonus to the precept for progress for this specific, for the song portion of it? The 8 progress per?
I guess you would be working on something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me add a whole lot more real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 times 8? Okay. No, yeah, 14 times 8. Sorry, it is actually... Yay, progress.
Yay, progress.
That's the total. That's not just from the Emperor progress. Not a multiple of 8. Sick beats. Yo.
That's a lot of beats. Them sick beats. How many DTS did you cultivate?
How many DTS? I cultivated for 2 DTS.
You
With
have to,
the
did you
14
take a
rolls.
second pill?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's only 6 DTA per one of those pills.
Um,
Right, you got quite a bit of sick beats in there, man.
Nts, nts, nts.
You could
Well,
put it on incomplete, or you could put it on.
do I want to just go with 227? Nah, we're going to go even further beyond.
Nice.
It's incomplete. Actually, no, it's not called Sick Beats. The song is going to be called Adding Black to Gold. Because it's for the tribulations going from black gold, or from gold to black gold.
A lot of power.
There we go. Adding Black to Gold is the name of the song.
Ah,
All right, we're well on our way.
So we'll finish it once when I finish my black gold tribulation. Okay, so we're caught up. Do I want to
Yeah.
continue cultivating? Because we're trying to. We were trying to wait 5 days total, and we're 2/3 of a day through?
I'm 3-3. So, because
Oh,
I
you're
took a
3 out of
rest and I did 2.
3. Okay, so I actually have one more
Mhm.
to do. Okay, fine.
I know, right?
Be that way. I will use another pill. 10, 11.
My gosh.
Plus 2. It's 13. Except it might be better roll. I advantage. Okay.
Big difference.
Oh, yeah. So that's 3 more. 3 of 40 to 70. Excuse me. Thank you. 3 more. So that's 18 of 40. 70.
Nice.
Nice. Yep. That's 18 more degrees of success, so 36 of 40 to 70.
Rolls a 1.
And I don't.
No.
No. Rolls there's 9 more degrees of success, so that's 5 of 45 to 80. Doom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll have to rest after this, so then I'll be 1 ahead of you. But
Okay.
You still cultivating?
never stop cultivating. What gave you that idea?
Oh,
Wait, that's 36. Whatever. 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 1 more. $15 more. That is 41 of 45 to 80.
Okay. And you're taking a rest now?
Yes, and I'm taking a rest. Which I guess I should have been doing before cultivating in the first place, but now I don't need the pills anymore because I'll get another full DTS of 40s, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So, new day /
10, 13. Just 10.
Mighty neat. I am going to. It's gonna be interesting when I go on the dark side of the moon and I have to roll mighty neat.
Mhm.
I'm going to All right. I'm going to actually go on my prayer mat and take that downtime scene to pray to fate bonds. I'll take. I'll do 5 downtime actions praying to fate bonds, and then I will take a downtime action to grab some food out of the card and eat my full.
If you fail to eat your sandwich,
I'm not eating my sandwich right now, but I am going to eat food.
damn.
Eating a sandwich. I sustain myself with sick beats. Well, since I have a circular system with energy, can I sustain myself with sound energy?
Partially, but you still need certain. You still need to eat certain energies.
Oh, darn.
You still have biological matter, and it needs biomass to continue.
Can't sustain myself off of funk.
Oh, dude, maybe one day. Beat
It's
so
not about
hard.
what it sounds
You're-
like, it's what it feels like.
Beats so powerful that goes so hard. You just like I don't need food. I don't need water. I just need thick beats.
Where's the
Do I want to do that for you right now? How much do I need for the
There you go.
nest here? I think I need. That in there.
I don't know how you can't say that. Like, see, normal people should be able to sustain themselves off of funk.
No.
Eventually, the body withers. Too much funk.
It's not due to a lack of nourishment, it's due to too much.
Funk. Yep.
Body just can't take it.
Well, the beats have to get more sick and harder the longer you go without nourishment, and eventually your body's like, "Oh, it's too much."
Too much funk.
I just can't wait until you're getting hit by tribulation lightning, and then you're still trying to, you're making the beat so sick.
Yeah, I just never stop. Like, no, the song's not done yet. Sorry, Laura, I thought that I wasn't gonna cultivate this hard, but I just got lost in the sound.
All right, I did my brownie points with fate bonds. Gave my love and support to my goddess, and now we're caught up.
You are caught up.
My
So
question is,
I could do
What
more
day are we
willpower.
on?
I wouldn't say no. Wouldn't say no to that.
What day are we on?
So, if I'm correct, there should be 3 days until the
Orrery is completed.
yeah.
Yeah. How many until the competition?
3 months after once we hit this, because it was 3 months to
Okay.
3 months to get the Orrery up and operational, and it was 6 months to Bullet Hell Mountain. That's at least what my mental note is for right now. Adding another day. All right. Fine. What do you want to do?
All right. So we've got some Mad Funk brewing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll mark that as incomplete. I got up to 70, so give me a second to figure out the key bonuses that I want to pick. Refunding more key, of course. Well, that was actually easy. Okay. Let's see. You have done. What were you doing beforehand? Just working on willpower still?
Yeah, just working willpower, hoping for a 79 or 79.
Okay.
I was just hoping I could bust to 90. I think I'm gonna hit 290 eventually.
And you could go for your gold tribulation. That would be a good idea.
No, not until I get this health thing. Oh, Matt,
That
I have a
would
question
solve
about
your
that.
health problem.
Actually,
Yeah,
it would. So you said that shielding and damage reduction do not help with this whole tribulation lightning thing. But what about if it's temporary wounds?
Temporary wounds. Yes, very much so.
So they counts as pretty much health in this case. So if I have a bunch of temporary wounds for the day, would that be able to negate a large amount?
Oh, for your daily dose of damage?
Yeah, I was, because I know shielding doesn't work, and I know damage reduction from tribulation doesn't work. I was
Well,
wondering.
health is health, so yeah. If
Okay.
you have a bunch of temp health, sure, because
Okay.
it's still health.
I
But
guess.
remember, it's temp, so it
Yes,
goes away
exactly. It goes
quickly.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was hoping to take it while I have a bunch at the time, and then go from there.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe spend your next DTS then reworking your martial art to maximize the amount of temp wounds you can get.
Yeah.
And then just spend a few days taking it to the chin.
It's a good idea.
You'd have to be like in the middle of an encounter to stack up a bunch of it, but can sparring count as an encounter?
Can sparring be an encounter?
Yeah, because the temp wounds only last until the end of an encounter.
Yeah, sparring can count, yeah.
So we just spar for a whole DTS, which would only get you 6 actions worth of the thing because of a DTS. How that ends up working, I'm guessing. But that's more wounds, I guess. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. We could do night fighting and then have you take the damage in the middle of the fight.
Down to 1 wound. That's fine. I could do that. At least then I could use Adamantium Pathfinder in case something happens.
Yeah. And then you could stack up a lot more temporary wounds.
Yeah, right.
I'm just thinking of fast ways to deal with this problem, and if you can stack up a bunch of wounds and not be super useful in combat necessarily, if they're just focused on that.
But sparring is probably the best way. because then we don't really have to worry about the encounter design. It's mostly just like
Mm-hmm.
so
And you can
barbecue.
take as much. You take as much damage. It brings you to 1 hit point, right?
Yeah,
Each
and then I
day.
just regen. Yes, or no,
Oh,
it's how much I choose to take at that point.
okay. Then if we spar for an entire day nonstop, keep it 1 encounter. That's a lot of fatigue because you'd want the extra roll for each one too. But that's 21 applications of your
Yeah.
temporary wounds.
It's a free action with a toughness test. And
Yep, but if it takes a toughness test, doesn't that take your DTA for that? So you wouldn't actually be able to train anything effectively at the same time.
That's fine.
I'm not sure how exactly that works.
Actually, the roll is just a add-on. It's like you doing two rolls at a time.
Okay.
But it just comes down to using key during DTA, like how we have to build a thing on for the orrery. If we were doing a run, this would work.
Yep.
Maybe that's how we'll do it. We'll do runs, and then I can apply key.
Oh yeah, because the run would be a total time. So right. Cool. Just figuring out a good way to stack it up.
So you figure out what you're going to do for a downtime scene. I'm going to do a quick edit to feed the flame to give myself more temporary wounds.
We're going to keep working on the funk then.
Okay.
So I just rested, so I have plus 40s to these rolls, which is not a plus 60, which is only a plus 70 here, but still. Mm-hmm. I'm not taking another pill. I've taken 3 pills of the 10 total thus far. Influence. Oh, it should be plus 30 plus 10. No, that's fine. There's 11. So 6 of 50 to 90. I think I can pretty safely get to 100 because it's 60 degrees of success to get from 100 to 110, which is what I need to get to now. Hold on. What's wrong? 80. And now I roll. Three. $16. Or 17. That's exactly 0 of 55 to 100. It's cool. And 3 more. Two more. One more. Great success. 53, 103, 107, plus 107, plus 56. All right, we're at 537 DOS
Nice.
towards the fog.
Woo.
I don't know what it's gonna do once when I finish it. Now that there's a lot in it, but we can hope
Yeah, for sure.
towards.
Sweet.
So we're at 90. Notably, whenever I use a key, I can add +3 to my agility bonus, which is a lot.
Mm.
Like that's a whole lot. I can zoom real fast. Okay, so that was the one catching up to your
Nice. And I just finished making my edits for BBQ, so
Mm.
I'm putting.
You finished your
BBQ.
BBQ. What you put on the Barbie?
So I made two style edits. One is for Feed the Flame, which just turns it into temporary wounds instead of empowered will. Moving a caveat fire, just for a toughness check now. And a hot exterior, I changed it from 1 key to 5 key again, and I added in a multiplier of ×2.
Oh. Where did you post it?
It's barbecue.
Oh yeah,
It's under
yeah, okay.
characters. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's BB.
We have 2 days and 2 DTS until the Orrery's back up and running after this.
Well, I just did one downtime scene.
Yep. And that was catching up to my current one.
Yep. I could work on some more willpower, or you can do something else.
We can spar now that you've gotten that changed until the Orrery is ready. A little bit less. Yeah, so I think sparring for the next 3 days straight.
Okay.
I've got enough fatigue for that. I don't know if you do.
Yeah, 3 days is fine.
No breaks.
I might want to rest here though.
So rest and then
3 days.
2 days straight.
Or 2 days straight.
It'd be
yeah.
2 days. Yeah. 2 days straight. Just building up temporary wounds and taking the damage.
Mhm.
Okay. Can you only take the damage once per day?
Yes, once per day.
Okay.
At least that's what Matt has told me.
That's
I got
Fuck. Yeah. It's too hard.
Yeah.
sorry.
Why do I just automatically agree with what you just said?
Oh no! Put it away. The GM has to have autonomy. can't take away what the GM says or have me agree with you just because of funk.
Yep. Well, that's what adding black to gold is going to be. It's just going to be fonk. Just like a 5-second bite.
No, not
Not 5
Not
out
with
of 10
that many
dots.
DOS.
So, question: is it silver, gold, black, and then black gold, or is it black gold right after gold?
Black gold's right after gold.
Okay, yeah, and then it's the mountain climb. Gotcha.
That's why I'm adding black to gold right now.
Yeah. So I don't want to do this, but I will. I'm gonna spend some merit mat. With a might select on health matters. Instead of 1 per, can it be 2 per?
Might select health matters. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so health.
Get them wounds.
So for 5, should still have merit left over. Okay, and then I'd like to do a spirit select in health matters as well for 10. This is my second health matters. In spirit, 10. That should be 10 there. Okay. No, I can't do those ones yet. Those ones. Okay, awesome. And for the spirit select for 10, can it be willpower bonus twice? Because the first one I included the willpower bonus in health matters, so I include willpower bonus again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Good,
You wanna spend-
good.
So if that's the case, this is 20, and this now 20, 40. And then it's twice, so it should be 80. All right. That bumped it up a lot. Or wait, no, that can't be right. 20 should be 40, not 80. I think. Oh, no, that's right. Because if I add 1 extra instead of 1 for 20, it's going to be 40. And now I'm taking it twice, should be 80. So that is right. So 345.
You got some HP, do you know?
It's starting to add up. Health matters. Buying it multiple times is definitely handy. Okay. So let's do this, Lara. Need to make my adjustments and my advancements here.
How much we at now? 345. Getting there. You just need to learn like some sort of blood magic so you can take Tessergonian battery on your health.
I mean, I could take another Tesconian battery, but that would be a lot.
Yeah, it would. 10 stars to.
Yeah, another
I
50
mean,
barrels just for. I mean, it's needed. Like we're gonna have to get health eventually, but yeah,
it's fine. I don't have any.
I know. And then I might select.
So now, if something does a health state of damage to me, does it get rid of all one type of energy, Matt, or my entire energy pool?
Which one?
If something does a health state of damage to me, I
It
guess
is
I don't have
whatever
a
is
health
in your
state.
pool that is considered your health.
Okay.
So it's a lot. Yeah, it's
What I was
a
thinking for you,
hefty sum.
that what you could do is you could group your healthing, like you put it somewhere else until you need to use it.
I've got a fancy ring that I can do that with.
So if you
I'd have to be able to
segregated it,
survive the health state. I guess I could have something that
You need
injects
a
my.
split second
split second
power for
ability.
you
Yeah,
for you to siphon from a ring into your health pool in just the right timing where you would take a health state of damage and then you can refill it.
Yep.
The problem
Or
would
I
be
could just have
refilling
some
your
variety of equipment that
or
does it for
equipment,
me,
yeah. Yeah.
which is a bit easier to do than an ability, I think.
all right, cool. So I have 210. If I do a day's worth, so slash r 210 divided by 40. So I could do
210 of 40.
yeah. So I could do 5 usages of my um, so I could do 5 DTA of the
Sparring.
stoke, yeah, of that, and then that would spend 200 of my key.
Okay.
And then if we did the 2 extra, I could still use it, but I wouldn't be able to get my extra key. So then 40
That's
key
another
for the
200 hit
extra
point.
2.
How much damage are we trying to get through total?
You don't want to know.
It's more than 100,000.
I haven't did my edits yet for the extra 2 weeks, but that's my current number.
Oh, Poe can almost survive it now.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're doing this sparring, what am I going to be training though? I think what do I need to train? Is my strength at max right now? Is it an even number? Yes, it is. I could be training my ballistic skill right now instead of swordplay, which is actually probably what I should be doing because everything else is at max, physical wise. Instead of a physical assault, I could do a verbal assault towards you with my fellowship.
Oh yes. Motion damage.
Motion.
No problem. This is fine.
Just a whole 2 days of berating Lar.
Damn. Look at that damage.
Yeah, so 60. So within a downtime scene, one downtime scene, we have 60 times 60 times 5. plus 80. Plus 3, 4, 5. One, 3. This is including a rest to get all my key back. Plus 7 times 20. So 864. It's a lot better than what I was doing. The hard part about this, though, is this. Yeah, that's the issue. 4 months, almost 5 months to get my stuff back. That is if I don't.
Yeah, this is if we're doing this constantly, right?
Yeah, but with a rest every day, and that's also if I don't recover key. If I'm only recovering key through my my other usage, like if
Yep.
I
And if we
by
get into
sleeping,
proper combat, you can
do it
do
multiple
a
times.
whole lot more,
Yeah,
way faster,
because I have more action economy for it. Exactly.
and then just smite yourself from the heavens in the middle of combat, which might be a bit dangerous, but could do. 141. Ugh.
Matt, if I did, let's go to my cultivation. If I selected this with a spirit, select Star Aware Temporal State, could I get an additional +1 key? Sorry, 10.
Or well, temporal state.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what gives me every key I use at 10 health.
This one.
I was wondering if I used a Spirit Select on it, if I could get an additional 10 health per key spent, or was it going to need to be a might?
It would be a might because you're increasing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Spirit
Yeah.
would allow me to do. Spirit would Spirit
Yeah,
be
if you want
something
to
like
spend that there.
if I use more key, like for example, every 2 I get an additional kind of deal, or the more key I use, the more I get. Would that be something I could use with Spirit? So if
It'd
right now
probably
it's
be fixed intervals.
1 for 1. For example, if I
Well,
use
yeah, you get 1 for 1, sure, and then you're doing a 2 for 1 or 1 for 2, and then if you do fixed intervals,
something like that,
yeah,
every 5 it increases by an additional.
sure.
So if I spent 40 key, for example, 15, 20, 5. So it's pretty much.
But
divided
you'd
by
have to
2.
have something that allows you to spend 40 key.
Yes, which is my da, da, da.
Do you have a move?
Extra effort. So yes, I have a move that would do that.
It's not a move.
No, it is because I use this. Just let me show you my thought process.
Well, it's +5. Is it an actual technique?
Feed the flame is a technique, for example. And then I roll toughness with key, and I add my extra effort on top of my toughness roll.
Okay, yeah, as long as it's wrapped up in a technique.
Instead of you just going, I use extra effort alone.
Well, I can't use extra effort unless it's attached to a roll, right? Exactly. So
Yeah. But it needs to be wrapped up in a technique for you to benefit off of Starwell.
okay. So with this, every 5 key I use, it increases it by an additional 1. So if I'm using 40 key, that should be 25 is 6, 30 is 7, 35 is 8. So it's just -1. So that'd be 9 key per, or sorry, 9 temp health per. Okay. I will accept that spirit select. I think that's a good usage, especially since I use a lot of key for stuff. So if that's the case, that changes that. That changes that.
So many hit points that have to be
that
dumped
gives a lot
out.
more temp. Gives a lot more
Yep,
temp.
because it was 1 per beforehand.
Yes.
That's
And
9 per.
now 9 per if I use 40. Yeah. So spirit select. Start. Well, temporal state 5. Add that here too. Alrighty. Cool. Okay. So with that then, that turns that calculation 20. I think that's right. I think I got the brackets right. because I'm adding my plus 20 base, and then my 40 times 9, because I'm getting 9 per. And then I do it 5 times for 5 downtime scenes. Plus my 80 from what's the 80 and 140 again. I know my 345. Oh, that's just from doing the just from getting a base, like just a because I do it 2 more times after that. And then the 140 is from what again?
Probably read out what each one does.
Yeah, so feed the flame 7 times. 5 of those have 40 key. 2 have 20 each. What's 140 again? What did I do that for? Oh, 7. It's a full day. That's what I was doing. So, and then another 7 days or 7 downtime scene of 20 for 140. 7 downtime actions, 20. And that's without, yeah, that's what that is. $49 days. Well, that's a lot less. So okay, that's something we can do though. But through
Quite
other
doable.
means. Yeah, it's a lot more doable with this method compared to how I was doing it. Okay, I see a light on the end of the tunnel now instead of crippled.
Despair.
Yeah, no, I think this is doable.
And that's doable before the tournament with just this method, though there's still probably better ways to do it.
Yeah. Like if I did a might select, that would even make it better, I think, to get +1 temp health as well. Because then that method would also make it 18 instead of 9.
Yep. Mon frère. So we did 2 days of that. I'm going to be training my ballistic skill during this time.
Okay.
Which do I have any bonuses to throwing shit? Let's see. I don't know that I do, though we just rested, so I'll get a bonus for the first DTS, which isn't super helpful, but
Matt, I'm also going to make a might select for an additional temp, like we did for the very beginning. I think that would that's definitely going to help. So,
I guess make the 14 toughness rolls as well.
Yes.
But
5.
37 ballistic skill. Do I have any bonus here? I think I have a plus something somewhere, right? I got to. Or am I just bad at this right now?
You're just bad at this right now.
It's so long since I've been bad at a thing. Aha! No, that's willpower rolls. No. Yeah, I guess I just roll my ballistic skill, no bonus. Well, 40 bonus for the first few. And that is with advantage. Doesn't change anything. And then I will roll 12 D100. And 6 more. Because one successful ballistic skill check is, in fact, a whole lot of progress. That's plus 16, so 17 progress per. And 30 to 40 is 4 progress needed per. Okay. So one of them is 12. 41 ballistic skill after the first success. Okay, I can't really do this in batch rolling very easily because every success is, that's 5 per, so that's 3 more points per success. I can do that. 100 less than. Oh, it'd just be 12d100 because it's with advantage. So success, 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 and success. All 6. Six times 17. 102 progress. Minus 45. 57 left. Minus 50. So we're at 66 skill after the first DTS. I have so much progress to things. Basic characteristic training is fast, especially when it's garbage. Okay, so 12d100 again. No, it'd be 14. Can you do toughness training right now while you're doing this? For your temp wounds, Johnny?
That's
Or
fine.
is your toughness already?
That's already maxed.
Ugh. 1, 2. I only got 5 successes the second day. 5 times 15. Excuse me, 17. There's 15 afterwards. 7 progress, so okay. 72 ballistic skill. What is my max for ballistic skill anyway? 100? Blah. Okay, another 14. 7 successes. Minus 64. 55 left. There's not really any excuse that I could have to train fellowship while sparring, right, Matt?
Unless you're saying words at me, I don't think.
Yeah, I could just be taunting him the whole time. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Still training ballistic skill, but that's only for 20, and that's pretty quick that I'm training this up.
I mean, you'd have to kind of devise something to train those two things at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be training ballistic skill at the same time. I'd be training my fellowship while sparring somehow.
If it's just fellowship, um,
Yeah, see that's
yeah, it's very.
probably possible with an argument, but I don't have one that I'm gonna think up right now. 85.
Try and discuss the Dow over tea.
True. I still
I
have to
mean,
finish up my ballistic skill though. That's 1, 2,
I suppose a Dow discussion is an
3.
encounter, right?
Yeah, a Dow discussion could be an encounter. Easy. I've only got 2 more of these anyway, so 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No fails on that either, so that's 14 times 17. It's 45 plus 1. Okay. It's fine. I needed the last DTS to get up to 100 ballistic skill anyway. We're good on all of my stats now, except for fellowship. Everything's at the cap or above, other than, ironically enough, fellowship. Okay. So now the Orrery is back up and running, but we probably want to take a rest and then do a run.
Well, am I still one? Because I just did 1 day.
Oh, you just did 1 day.
Yeah,
I did.
14 toughness tests. You did 3 days total.
No, I did 5 DTS total. So a rest plus, so 2 days total.
2 days total. All right, I'll do 1 more. Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Okay. Shit.
Well, that 100 you might want to reroll. I don't know.
No, I'm taking the
That's
100.
9
I
hit
just
points.
didn't want. I did not want ones because I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to reset the Orrery because right now I'm taking everything, and I still need. I need 3 more 100s if this is the case to reset the balance so I can choose. Okay, that's fine. That's cool though. Maybe this will give me some insights into what I'm doing right now. So I have 5 Destiny fragments and 12 my narrative pool. I'll do. This is good because I'm on the prayer mat. 5. So I'm going to use 3 Destiny fragments on each of the crits. The first one, as I'm using my barbecue and utilizing my key, kind of stoking the fire within myself, and that is the key. The star energy, there's starting to be a little more heat from the key usage. Because it's stardust, so there's a little bit of maybe that wouldn't work.
Who knows?
So a peak narrative for a double 1. I'm using key with a toughness test on a passion of the 4 elements. The key utilization here is the important part. How about for the first one, since it's the body, is better circulation of ki. So I'm having a more efficient time um, getting temp wounds from my ki usage because this
More
one has a
efficient.
yeah, like I'm putting the ki through me. It's a whole process because I'm using a passion four elements to give myself
How
temp
are
health.
you? Well, how are you moving the key through? Just the normal key channels? Just trying to speed it up, trying to slow it down? Um, you're trying to infuse your tempos with this tenacious aspect.
Yeah, maybe that's the tenacious aspect. Maybe that's what it really is because the reason I'm doing this in the first place is I am being tenacious versus the damage that I'm taking, right?
Sure.
Whilst Lion is throwing rocks at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Really improving over time there. I went from like 50 to 100 in 2 days.
Easy. That's
Easy.
what you call genius right there. You just got to practice. So yeah, that's what we could do is we could have my flame be part of my health. No, that would be too much of an ask for a double one with peak narrative.
Well, the peak narrative, you gotta stop using it that way. You describe what the peak narrative does. It doesn't magnify or amplify the success. You're using it as a narrative means to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So you describe what the peak narrative is, then we can figure out what the rest of it is. Because what will happen will depend on how you use the peak narrative,
Yeah. Okay.
which could be
So
for your detriment.
yeah, sure. So as I'm circulating the key through myself, and I do this, I do this martial art. Um, uh, my key ignites, and instead of devouring it like my flame usually would, because of my devouring aura, I've been
Sure.
choosing not to eat my temp wounds, right? So instead of giving myself shielding for the temp wounds, I am doubling down in a double one sense of the temp health I'm getting.
You think like each health is worth 2 health?
Um,
Well, like, what do you mean by double down?
yeah, that's the question here. Fuck.
It's tough.
I just don't know how to describe it the way I want it to happen. Like I know the process of what had happened. Now, how do I apply the narrative to what I'm thinking? Um,
It's tough.
instead of Luna, no. Instead
Yeah.
of yeah, so instead of my flame devouring the instead of my flame devouring it. Uh fuck.
You need a moment.
Sure. Yeah, I still need to get caught up, but like even then we're gonna do something next after it.
Well, true, but I might cut it early, give you time to think about it, because I'm still under the weather.
Sure.
I would like to save what voice I have left for tonight, so I can give them about 4 hours.
Okie dokie.
Because I also got tomorrow morning's game too, and I'm probably gonna give them about 4 hours. So, yeah, think about it. Because you got not just this one, but it looks like you got another one in there.
Yeah, and then the 100. Yeah.
And then a 100.
Yeah, so we got some things.
Okay.
Well, the 100 is being eaten, right?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Because if you take
None
a
of
1,
them.
you have to take a 100, and I still
Yep,
have
yep.
3 100s to go through.
Oh, okay.
But next week I should be all fixed up. Because
Sure, yeah.
I can feel that I'm already on the mend, but it's still unpleasant. Alright. I'm gonna run to the store, get some more NyQuil and some soup. Soup!
Yeah, maybe take a sleep or something. Maybe that will feel better.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably take a nap before, or maybe just bundle up and read some manga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading through Apotheosis again, and I forgot how the first part of the story, just the art, is really bad.
Yeah,
compared
yeah,
to
I
the
remember
later
that.
stages.
Gotta search somewheres, I guess.
Yeah. Ugh. Ooh. All right, folks. Go ahead and
Right.
mark what day we're on, and then we'll continue next week.
So 9 months.
Okay.
Sorry for cutting it a little short. Just
It's fine. You gotta take
No
care of
worries.
yourself.
did you want to take the essence of the mechanical heart?
I am taking this, yes.
Okay. Remember, you can only have one essence.
Yep. Can be changed, you said, if it isn't too far, or not detrimental if you take it and then pick something else later at the moment.
Yeah, because you haven't invested in it.
Yep. We feel like Artifice is a good thing to have one of us specialize in. Might be better for Poe to have, but
Why?
Artificer? That doesn't seem like his character at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
oh, okay.
You're an energy entity, and you picked
Energy.
yeah, and energy related. That's how they power their devices. So.
Yep. You don't sound so hot, Matt.
No, I've used up most of my means of enduring.
And then you got to take a nap and do
Yep.
another thing tonight.
That's the plan.
Why don't you just cancel your tomorrow game? Depending on how you're feeling.
Yeah, if I'm feeling worse tomorrow, I'll cancel. But I'm probably gonna cut it an hour short tonight, so I'll have a good night's sleep.
Sure.
Sure enough.
That's the hope. All right, I'm gonna go get some soup.
Soup.
Okie dokie.
I want soup.
Enjoy the rest of your resting day.
We'll see.
Sure enough.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye bye.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.